In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 1314. We're back again after a short break, doing it live. We're back again. We got Scott.
What's that? I couldn't hear you over all of my belts.
Oh, you got more? Did you get more belts?
I got belts for days.
Wow, damn! You do have all kinds of belts. So we got multiple champion pro wrestler Scott Henson, and we've got Asterios Kokonos. Some guy named Asterios Kokonos.
Hello, the uncrowned champion. Yes. Cool. Congratulations, Scott.
Thanks so much.
What's the other belt?
CAW, Canadian Apex Wrestling. Won it a week ago, week and a half.
Where, like, is it based out of Vancouver?
Vancouver, yeah. They run at the horse racing track actually, which is fun. Which also has a casino, so we get some casino runoff traffic.
But if it's on a horse racing track, isn't it outside?
The first one we did, the first show they did in the summer was like on like the outside grounds around the actual racetrack, but now there's like a big indoor building that in the heyday of horse racing was used for gambling and now is used for nothing because it has fallen off greatly. So they get that room very, very cheap, and it if you filled it, you could seat like easy 500 people. So it's a good like wrestling venue.
Sounds good. You're telling me people don't want to see horses continually beaten on their giant asses?
It's crazy. Like it's such a natural. I don't know why it would ever fall off. Why have a giant ass if not to beat it?
Exactly.
It's a natural.
You make a good point, sir. Everyone, please like the stream. Liking the stream is very helpful. And also check out our pre-shows. We were getting a little spicy on today's pre-show.
We told Polish jokes.
Don't upload it to YouTube.
It's not going to YouTube. It's going out on all of your favorite audio podcast platforms. So just search up Drunken Peasants and you'll get the pre-show. The one that we just recorded a few minutes ago will go up probably sometime tomorrow. So keep checking. For those of you who don't want to download Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever podcast apps people normally use, I have it linked on our website. You can go, it's down in the description. It'll say, check out last night's pre-show. You can go there and listen there. It's before every episode, pretty much every episode. Also, we are already, this is the first show of this week, but we're already almost 40% of the way to the weekly goal because the last episode did insanely well. I started this week's goal after we already met the goal on the last episode. We met it like early into it, so I'm like, all right.
You did rollover minutes.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. For those of you who don't remember, cell phone carriers used to do that. Or do they still do that?
There used to just be you could talk for 3 minutes a month and you had to make it count. Otherwise, you had to pay $100 per extra minute.
Yeah.
But the beauty part, and this is where they pass the savings back on to you. If you didn't use those 3 minutes a month, some of the nice cell phone carriers would let you roll those minutes over to the next month. So maybe if you had a quiet month, you could actually talk for 6 minutes the next month.
And the mean cell phone carriers would whip you on your
huge
ass.
They'd run you around a track.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, we're going to check out some of the stuff that happened in the news today. So we'll start off with DP Action News. Here we go.
He called me, sir, and got me so fuming angry.
People
people are discriminating against wolves?
Wow. They're laughing at us, at our stupidity.
And you better well learn to love it.
All right. So apparently the Supreme Court decided Trump can be on the ballot in I think this was Colorado. They were gonna keep him off the ballot. So this is a rare legal victory for Trump.
How come that's true? Actually, how come it's so nebulous what he gets to do and doesn't do? Why is there not just stuff on the books like, hey, if you've been indicted for a felony, you don't get to run for president, or you do, whichever. Like, why does nobody really know?
So the felony thing, that's not written anywhere, but there is in a lot of state constitutions a thing that says someone that's participated in an insurrection against the U.S. government can't run for president. And Colorado had that. But the thing is that, I mean, Trump was not charged. He's not even charged with insurrection. No. So that's the legal argument there. It is nebulous, unfortunately. I think he did participate in it, but he hasn't been charged with it. So
you could make a fairly sound argument that he had a role in it.
He had a role for sure.
In that, if he wasn't there, they wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, and he
was at least the grand marshal of that parade.
He was at least the grand wizard of the insurrection.
He's very tall, like wizards are.
So
he wields lots of power. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep going. Sorry.
Here's Trump's reaction to his rare legal victory.
I bet he's humble about it.
Of course.
For its unanimous
humble Don, they like to call him.
Humble Don, Sleepy Joe and Humble Don. That's the race.
Very well crafted, and I think it will go a long way toward bringing our country together, which our country needs. And they worked long, they worked hard, and frankly, they worked very quickly.
This is way more subdued than I was expecting, by the way.
You know what? He seems a little more... I was watching this earlier, and I did kind of notice that he seems a little more tired this time.
He is tired, yeah, but this is oddly professional.
He didn't get his Sudafed, I think, that morning.
On something that will...
That he stockpiles and takes home to make meth with.
About 100 years from now and 200 years from now, extremely important. Essentially, you cannot take somebody out of a race because an opponent would like to have it that way.
I'd like to take him out of the human race.
It has nothing to do with the fact that it's the leading candidate, whether it was the leading candidate or a candidate that was well down on the totem pole. You cannot take somebody out of a race.
So he's continuing this narrative that Joe Biden is personally like having him removed from the ballot on different states. Yeah. And obviously that's not happening.
The voters can
if you could take someone out of a race, who would it be?
The person out of the race very quickly.
Personally, I would go Beyonce.
She's just too good.
She's a track runner?
I like what you're saying, where it's like, you know, like you can do in Magic the Gathering draft where you can ban a card before the tourney. We each get a ban. Beyonce has taken over the country charts now. Yeah. Heard that new song about hoops and spurs? Hoops, spurs, hoops, spurs.
Hoops and spurs? Who would have ever thought that? I mean,
I sure wouldn't. She keeps talking about finding the country boy and getting down tonight in this song. And here's what I like about Beyonce's country song. Her new country song. She's like, I will not put even a hint of a computer in this. It's going to be an old-fashioned guitar and me singing. She's stomping and clapping because she's like, I'm giving them no excuse to Lil Nas X me. Lil Nas X me. This is a country song, damn it.
Yep. And that's why we got to take her out of the race.
Exactly. She's just too good.
Yeah. But a court shouldn't be doing that, and the Supreme Court saw that very well. And I really do believe that will be a unifying factor because while most states were thrilled to have me, there were some
is sleepy.
Yeah. And this is off the
Sleepy
cuff.
Don.
This is off the cuff. He's not reading. So, and normally when he reads, he's a little more docile, and it's when he's going.
Yeah, but when he's ad-libbing, he's bebopping and scatting all over the place.
I think part of it is that it seems like there's not many people in that room because there's not a crowd.
He needs an audience.
Yes. He plays off the crowd very well.
He feeds off the energy. He's a performer.
And they didn't want that for political reasons. They didn't want that because of poll numbers, because the poll numbers are very good. We're beating President Biden in almost every poll.
I mean, it is kind of true. There's a lot of, I don't know about almost every poll, but there's a considerable amount of them where he is winning. But if they said he was losing, he would say the polls were fake. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good system. If I win, I won, and everything was legit. And if I lose, everyone cheated.
It was really funny the other day because Nikki Haley finally won a primary. She won the Washington, D.C. primary.
Did she?
Yeah, and he immediately put out a tweet that was like, I didn't want to win it anyway. I was barely running, and she spent all her money and all her time in D.C.
D.C.'s not even a state. Bad win.
You know, the thing is, though, like, Republicans never win D.C. D.C. goes like 98% Democrat. So he shouldn't care whether or not he wins D.C. He wouldn't win it in the general election anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And additionally, there is an argument to be made that it's probably better to lose every Republican primary than to have the only one you've won be, quote, the swamp.
Yeah.
Because now he can tar her. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not saying he's not good at the game. I'm just saying it's just funny. He he's like crushing this lady, Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
He's crushing her. He can't even like bring himself to be like, hey, good job. You won one, kid. Way to go.
I mean,
just
that
like,
would be
I
very
hate DC
off-brand.
and I would puke on it and shit in its mouth.
The thing is, if Nikki Haley drops out, she stops collecting those sweet donations.
Yes.
That's why
she could save that money for a run in 2028.
Yep.
Another failed run in 2028.
Probably.
Why not? She look, she don't got a job. She's not like a congressperson or a senator or a governor. It's like this.
Nikki.
Her husband's not even in the country. When Trump is no longer eligible to be president, so if Trump wins and serves another 4 years, it'll probably tear the Republican Party apart. Like I don't know who, because without God Emperor Trump, I don't know who they would pick. They hate everybody else that's not him.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's interesting.
It's like it's really interesting. The Republican Party is just like shaping themselves in this dude's image, and what happens when that dude leaves? Like he doesn't really have any like hand-picked successors because everyone who's ever worked for him, he has gone on to say is horrible, including Nikki Haley, who is his United Nations ambassador.
Right.
The bitch is trash.
Yeah, and Pence,
The pussy stinks, she's trash.
So, honestly, if things had gone...
sucks, I wish he got hung.
Yeah, you should murder my VP.
If things had gone differently and Trump would have won... and all that stuff between him and Pence hadn't happened, I feel like Pence would be the anointed one running for president this time, and he'd have a good reputation with the Trump crowd because none of that stuff with the certification and the January 6th would have happened.
Yeah, if Trump had done 2 terms, Pence would be fine.
Yep.
Imagine dropping out before Vivek Ramaswamy. That's what Mike Pence, he was actually vice president. He was a heartbeat away, and he was like, shit's too hot, Vivek, you got this.
Ramaswamy's
Vivek.
Ramaswamy's was running for vice president, basically.
Yeah. He might get it.
He'd be the youngest vice president ever, I think.
Who is going to get it, by the way?
We don't know yet.
Tim Scott.
They were thinking he might.
Oh, yeah. He's been kissing hard ass, right?
Yes.
He's been kissing huge ass. He's been kissing like horse ass.
They're called gyats. Get it right. And by the way, kids, that's how you know you can stop using that word.
Yep,
I know what the word is. Let's all move on. Come up with a new thing, kids.
If I know what it is, you don't get it anymore.
Times came out yesterday with a very big poll for us, so they didn't like that, and you can't do that. You can't do what they tried to do. And hopefully Colorado, as an example, will unify. I know there's tremendous support.
I don't know.
They brought our support up very strong in Colorado because people in Colorado thought that was a terrible thing.
The girl from Space Camp
that they did.
Canadian classic.
And
so I think
you just can't do that on television.
You can't do that on television.
I think the strategy.
I'm sorry. I think I was talking over him.
Yeah.
No, you're fine.
I think the I
like yours better.
I think the strategy was to get him barred from all of the polls in various states because the elections recently have been so close that if he's not even on the ballot in a handful of states, that could lose the election for him. I think that they were trying to do that in the primaries so that there was case law in place to do it in the general election too. So
yeah. And look, I mean, this theory was advanced originally by conservatives. Like there was a big paper in the National Review, which is the conservative journal that, oh, damn it. Who played Annie Hall, Scott? Who played Annie Hall? Who played Annie Hall, Scott?
Diane Keaton.
The conservative journal that Diane Keaton started to read when she wanted to get every viewpoint, and it showed Woody Allen's character, Alvy Sigger, that, oh, maybe Diane Keaton's character is growing and changing beyond me. The National Review, the magazine we only know as that character development moment from Annie Hall. Two conservative scholars were like, we think you should disqualify this guy under the 14th Amendment. That's what got the ball rolling. Mm-hmm. His own people.
On the subject, and another thing that will be coming up very soon will be immunity for a president, and not.
Yeah. He wants zero accountability for anything a president could do. He wants to be the king, basically.
Who doesn't?
I mean, look, it's good to be the king.
Good to be the king.
Unless you're King Charles with his big inflated fingers.
Fingers are disgusting.
Yeah.
Wait, that guy had like life preserver fingers.
Have you not seen the King Charles fingers pic?
No.
Oh, Ben.
He has.
Are his fingers made of cancer now?
I mean, he has terminal cancer.
There's a well, I guess he probably had cancer, but way before the cancer diagnosis, there's a picture of him with the craziest British sausage fingers you've ever seen in your life. Okay. King Charles.
Yeah, I'll pull it up right now. Here it is. Here it is. Right there.
Oh, it looks like Trump's hands. Oh, disgusting.
How does he get that ring off?
They're inflatable. That ring has not been off in years. There's no way.
No, he's more ring than man.
Immunity for me, but for any president. If a president doesn't have full immunity, you really don't have a president because nobody that is serving in that office.
No, you don't. Right? You don't have a president with full immunity. You have an emperor.
Or king, right? Yeah. You have an unaccountable executive. I mean, it's interesting. We haven't really had this problem with any other president. We've had like over 200 years of presidents, and it's kind of all worked out. No other president has really been sued into the ground like this, but I don't know. I guess it's for every president, not just him.
You know what? I have to call something out really quick. Trumpster Bob, you are such a fucking crybaby. I finally covered something else rather than King Cobra, because you're always crying about us covering King Cobra, and now you're crying about the way we're covering Trump. Sorry. Stop whining for once in your life, Trumpster Bob.
What do you want?
Just can't.
We'll have the courage to make...
You fucking 52-year-old who looks 112?
What would be the right decision? Well, it could be the wrong decision. It could be, in some cases, the wrong decision, but they have to make decisions, and they have to make them free of all terror that can be rained upon them when they leave office or even before they leave office. And some decisions are very tough. I can tell you that as a president, that some decisions to make are very tough. I took out ISIS.
Let's just pause it here. Look, as long as we're only trying to trigger Trumpster Bob now.
Okay.
Like, the specific issue that he wants immunity for is the insurrection. That's what... Here are the two things that he wants immunity for. One, gathering everyone to Washington, D.C. on the day the electoral votes were counted. Mm-hmm. He could have... If he had that party the very next week, this wouldn't have been a problem. Like, he chose a day, a time, and a location in order to overturn an election. And B, once the National Archives found out that this motherfucker kept a bunch of nuclear secrets, including on Iran's capabilities, and asked him to return them for 18 straight months.
For a long time.
He kept saying, no, I don't want to. They're mine.
I'd prefer not.
Possession is 9/10 of the law. Like, these are the issues he wants immunity over, not like starting a war, which is something you think you'd want him. It's like presidents have started horrible wars that have gone terribly. We haven't sued them into the ground afterwards. Like, these two specific incidents happened after he was president and not at all within the auspices of the executive branch. There's nothing in the Constitution that says you can throw a big party and invite a guy with giant horns and a podium-stealing man. There's no part of the executive function is bringing a bunch of classified files to Mar-a-Lago and then putting them in a bathroom. These are things he wants some reading for. Which is why this is so crazy.
You know, he didn't read them when he was president.
He was also like having like cocktails one night with some journalists. It was like, you want to see these documents that showed we were going to go to war with Iran?
Tight.
Yes, and you know why? And you know how that is fact and not fiction? There's audio tape of it. There's audio tape of President Trump being like, I got secret classified files. Very classified. Very secret. I'm not even exaggerating at all. He says these things on the tape.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to look cool to his friends.
These are the Trumpster Bob. These are the issues he wants immunity for. President Obama killed an American citizen with a drone strike. The American citizen joined the Taliban, which I would not recommend doing. Yeah. That's a club that it wouldn't look. If there's any club that wouldn't want someone like me I wouldn't want to be a club. What is the line from Annie Hall, Scott? What's the line, Scott?
I would hate to be a member of any club that would have me as a member.
I wouldn't want to be a member. I wouldn't want to be in any. I wouldn't want to be in any club.
Pass.
Pass. Moving on. Like, Obama killed an American citizen with a drone. We did not then take him to court, and he did not then have to claim immunity because we pretty much get it. The president gets to kill you with a robot if he wants.
Yeah, if you're being like a real son of a bitch, the president gets to get you.
Yes, but the not president doesn't get to steal Iran's nuclear files.
It's
a very narrow area of law that he wants immunity over. Immunity for the crimes he has committed.
Only those.
Trump.
Which is funny because, like, he was like, we got to put Hillary in jail, you know?
Emails.
Guys.
Exactly.
Well, we should have at least put her in email jail. We can all agree on that, right?
I would like to see email jail.
Or female jail.
People from the standpoint of a different part of the world. Two of the leading terrorists, probably the two leading terrorists ever that we've ever seen in this world. And those are big decisions. I don't want to be prosecuted.
So he says he took out two of probably the most leading terrorists we've ever seen.
Yeah, Barack Obama and Joe Biden.
Yeah, number one and number two.
Yep. Yeah.
For it.
He's talking about Soleimani. He killed Iran. He killed like
the king of the Persian Empire 1,000 years ago.
That's right. You know, the guy from Age of Empires too.
Another president wouldn't want to be prosecuted for it. It had a tremendously positive impact. It stopped everything cold. And sometimes you have to make those were tough decisions.
So the person he's talking about, his name is Qasem Soleimani, and he was an Iranian general. And Trump was looking to kill someone. He was just like, I want to see if I can get Iran to knock some stuff off. And so he killed Soleimani. No one is suing him over that.
No.
He is not in jail for that.
No.
We're cool with that in America. We are cool with robots
previously established in DP law, if you're being a real son of a bitch, the president can get you.
There's precedent for this.
You have to make decisions like that. When you make a decision, you don't want to have your opposing party or opponent or even somebody that just thinks you're wrong bring a criminal suit against you or any kind of a suit when you leave office. I have that right now at a level that nobody's ever seen before. I have rogue prosecutors and I have rogue judges. I have judges that are out of control. And it's a very unfair thing for me, but
some of them are women.
Yeah.
perhaps as
I hear they're whores.
a sample to others of what should not be happening when you make good decisions. And in my case, the economy was great. We didn't go into any wars. We totally defeated ISIS. We provided the largest tax cuts in history. We provided the largest regulation cuts in history. But think of it, no wars.
I like how to conservatives, regulation cuts are a good thing.
Yeah, we hate regulation.
Right.
We hate it when things are regular.
We like train derailments that ruin an entire small town.
Look, life tends toward entropy, and conservatives just like to nudge that along faster.
Also, he's saying I didn't start any wars. And then like a minute ago, he was like, I killed the biggest terrorist ever with a robot, with a skybot. And it's like, yeah, okay, whatever.
We beat ISIS 100% of the caliphate. And there were no wars. We did a job that was great, but maybe I wouldn't have done that. The caliphate.
We had no wars. We had great tax cuts. We had my good friend Jeffrey Epstein get embroiled in what should have been the biggest scandal in American history. But then we said there was a virus and stay in your home, stay in your home, stay in your home.
Powerful. It was going to take 4 years.
That's the only the vaccine and all that. He loves taking credit for it, but that's the only thing his own people boo him.
I was gonna say that's really like against base with him.
Yep.
Yes.
I feel like that's a good thing to like fuck with his base with.
Yes.
Like, hey, like your guy. Hey, I've heard one thing about you, and I know you're anti-vax. Your guy like takes credit for the vax and took the vax himself. He got like the first one.
Yeah.
So like, how do you rationalize that, Trump guy?
They lack rationale.
It took me 4 months, but it was a very strong dictum that I gave. I said, get him, defeat him, end it. We were fighting for 20 years against him.
Why didn't Obama say get him?
It's because he doesn't have the brains. At the end of the day, you need someone with the brain.
It's a phrenology thing, you're saying.
It certainly is. He has the skull shape of a genius. I just want to, just because it's incredible. Like, just a couple of sentences ago, he was like, I did the right thing. I killed a lot of bad people, but if I knew I would have been sued over it, maybe I wouldn't have done it. He's saying.
Yeah.
Maybe he wouldn't have protected American lives
if he knew it would have inconvenienced him.
If he knew he could have gotten in any way in trouble for
Correct.
it later.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering if he cares more about you than he does, if he cares more about you than he does about himself, he just told you. He moved on to 8 other crazy things because he's a Gatling gun of horseshit.
Did it very quickly. I don't want to be prosecuted. In that case, it worked out very well. There will be some things that perhaps don't work out so well, but I don't want to be prosecuted.
Bob, they don't have taxes in communist nations. They don't do taxes.
Are you a fucking idiot?
Yeah, it's like the government just owns all, like,
that's like the one thing. Like,
yeah,
the last thing you would complain about in a communist nation,
right,
is the goddamn taxes.
Yeah, it's just like the government has control over all of the businesses and all of the employment.
You're so dumb. You don't even know what you're arguing.
Prosecuted because I decided to do something.
You can't pay taxes when there's not like a free market to like make money and pay taxes on your income.
Taxes are when the government takes a small piece of your earnings, but in communist China, you don't really have your own. You don't earnings.
Really, yeah.
They take their cut first, and you get whatever's left, which is not much.
Of all the things to complain about, like, look, I've heard. And I haven't seen it proven because I'm pretty sure it's a flawless system, but that communism perhaps has its flaws. It's a lovely idea, but one of them isn't the taxes.
Right.
Prosecuted. In that case, it worked out very well. There will be some things that perhaps don't work out so well, but I don't want to be prosecuted because I decided to do something that is very much for the good of the country and actually for the good of the world. A president shouldn't have that on his mind, and he has to have a free and clear mind when he makes very big decisions.
Does he know he's not the president now?
He doesn't even know Obama's not the president now because he keeps referring to Obama in his speeches. He keeps saying we have to beat Obama in November.
Does he exist in a reality where both Obama is still president, but also he is still president?
I mean, look, he's standing in front of flags and some marble. He's got the pin on. You tell me who's president.
Exactly. It would be rude to say he wasn't.
Look at it.
Nothing more than a ceremonial post. You'll be president, it'll be a wonderful thing, and you won't do anything because you don't want to be hit by your opponent or hit by somebody else, because who wants to leave office and go through what I've gone through? I'm being prosecuted by Biden, my opponent.
Biden.
Every one of these things, whether it's Fannie Willis or Bragg.
So Trumpster Bob is saying we don't know what we're talking about because we've never been to China or Vietnam or North Korea. Trumpster Bob has. He jumped out of an airplane and he fell 1,000 feet and went skiing down a hill.
Bob, you have no military service. You have none. You did not serve anywhere. You're just lying. I don't think you've ever been 10 miles from where you were born. Now shut the fuck up.
Folders, guys.
You haven't even
I don't have a tax folder.
Coffee at a Waffle House. Oh my fucking God. You can't even serve looks on the runway.
You can't even serve cunts.
And by the way, if we had spent a lot of time in communist countries, you'd be attacking us for that. Why are you spending so much time
It's
in
tough
China?
to win with you.
It's hard to win with Trumpster Bob.
These are local and state.
T-Bob always wins.
They're in total coordination with the White House. You can't do that. It shouldn't be done. I mean, a thing like that, in the case of the DA's office, they put one of the top people, maybe the second person.
T-Bob, you almost died a couple years ago. You're not beating anybody in anything.
This is I feel so punching down right now. Bob, I'm a pro wrestler. I could fucking wreck you in any physical contest, any single one. I would fucking kill you, Bob. Just don't.
In the Manhattan DA's office to get Trump, they had a Hillary Clinton lawyer leave the law firm, very prestigious big law firm, leave the law firm to go into the DA's office to get Trump, Pomerantz, Mr. Pomerantz. So
the Pomerantz?
To become a prosecutor.
He's definitely called him Mr. Pomeranian more than once, right?
Democrat.
Mr. Pomeranian.
Right here. Holding a president accountable to the law is a slippery slope to presidents not breaking the law for fear of prosecution.
Oh, we can't have presidents not breaking the law. That's ridiculous.
You hold the president accountable once, you got to do it every. It sets a bad precedent.
I'm fine with it.
He's called the president. Look, if Joe Biden was in charge of the Atlanta DA's office, he probably wouldn't have hired two super hot DAs who then went on to fucking go on vacation. Biden, he doesn't want that raw sexual energy that's in Fannie Willis's office anywhere near him. He eats vanilla ice cream, for God's sake. He goes to bed at 5 p.m.
It's chocolate chip.
It is?
Yeah. Biden's favorite ice cream flavor is chocolate chip.
I retract my entire argument.
And that's pretty much every time he eats it.
Sorry, you're right.
I remember one time he went into this ice cream shop somewhere when he was running the last time, and someone was like, "Do you want a recommendation? This is actually the cherry capital of America, so we have good cherry ice cream." He's like, "I'm a chocolate."
Up.
He
chocolate chip.
Basically, he was like, "I'm a chocolate chip man." So
he said, "Quote." Shove your cherries up your ass, and I hope your cherry farmers starve. And then he said a bunch of slurs.
And then he put his aviators on.
And then he fell off a bike.
Yeah.
Party and Hillary Clinton
I love this
goes
guy.
in to prosecute Donald Trump at a local level in total coordination with the Department of Justice, meaning Biden. And then you have the Fannie Willis, or as she would say, Fonnie.
By the way, when Trumpster Bob got arrested, he lied to us and said he was like 6'3", but when he got arrested, it said he was like
5'6".
Yeah, something like that.
Fonnie, F-A-N-I, but Fonnie.
Okay, Trumpster Bob, come on out here. You got to make it out here, and then you can fight Scott. How about that?
Yeah. Well, the whole thing's based on a false premise. He said he's going to put up $1,000.
Yeah,
he doesn't have $1,000.
He means 1,000 pesos. They use the same symbol.
Of course. Maybe it's a doll hairs situation.
Yeah.
It could easily be.
Hired somebody, knew the person long before.
Also, I don't think he has 1,000 doll hairs.
It's even that is debatable.
That would require buying several dolls. I don't think he has.
I could see Bob being a doll man.
This horrible prosecution.
They have them in the
She went out and she.
All like the left sides of all their faces are worn from being kissed too much.
Oh, you make me like this guy.
Unbelievable amount of money, more money than he ever dreamt possible. Much more money than other people that do that for a living. He never did it at all, had no experience in it at all.
I just want to remind everybody that Donald Trump fired his own attorney general for refusing to prosecute Hillary Clinton. Yeah. Like, Donald Trump had an attorney general. That attorney general was then just like, it's actually kind of a step too far to use the powers of the Justice Department to go after your political opponents. And then he said, "You're fired." And then he replaced his attorney general with that big fat walrus man.
That walrus man was cool. He was pretty cool.
It was also cool. It's like President Trump tried to use the government to go after his political opponents, and that is what he is now claiming Joe Biden is doing. Want to make the record clear on this.
Yeah, and it was really a case of like him to use a wrestling term, he like worked himself into a shoot.
Yes.
Because like the Hillary emails thing, like he didn't believe it, or at least believe that it was like prosecutable. He was just the thing he said because the people that liked him when he said it. So he just kept saying it. But it was like I think he knew somewhere in the back of his head it wasn't real. But then he said it so many times that it became real to him. And there's like, actually, you know what? I'm president now. Let's actually put this bitch in jail for kind of no reason.
Yeah.
Yes. He kept tweeting
Dumpster Bob
at
is
attorney.
a stolen valor fraud. I would pay money to see Scott wipe the floor with him.
Sounds like we have a match. Sounds like we have a match.
Bob, I'll pay you $1,000 to show your military records. How about that? We didn't even need to fight. Just show your fucking military records.
They had obviously a conflict. We don't have to go into that, but they were able to get a lot of money because it was a high-profile person. I'm a very high-profile person. So they were able to pay him close to $1 million when he was not equipped to do the job, and she's not equipped to do the job, and that case should end immediately. That case is so conflicted, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And then you have deranged Jack Smith, who's a Trump hater and represents all the Trump haters, and he's going wild. He's just a wild man.
A lot of the Trump haters used to be people who worked for you.
He's been overturned unanimously by the Supreme Court. Went after other people over the years. He's a great
the Trump
failure.
haters, a.k.a. my staff in 2017.
But he's mean, he's nasty, he's unfair, and the judges on these cases, they're all Trump
frankly,
haters.
I think he's gay.
Other than we have maybe one or two that I think can be fair. But you look at New York, what's happened. I mean, these people have tremendous hatred. You can't do this to a president. And again, I'm not talking about me, I'm talking about in the future.
When I do more crimes in the future, you can't do this to me.
A president has to be, if the president does a good job, I did. Some people would say a great job. But if the president does a good job, a president should be free and clear and frankly celebrated for having done a good job. Not indicted 4 times and not gone after on a civil basis. And not...
I did everything right and they indicted me.
demanded to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in fines on something that was absolutely perfect, where there were no victims. where the financial statements were absolutely flawless, where you have disclaimer clauses.
Just real quick, remember, he claimed that a building he owned had 3 extra floors on it that didn't exist. Like, that was the level of fraud he committed. It wasn't like a comma here and there. It was incredible, the depths of the fraud he committed in New York State.
I mean, nobody's ever had a thing like this.
I've seen the numbers on how much money New York State has to spend just to secure Trump Tower.
Fucking T-Bob, did anyone ever judge Boba, asshole? If not, then who would we choose to be a good judge?
Boba, like the tea?
I think that was meant to be Bob's.
Yeah.
Oh!
By the way, Swell
Boba,
Shank, thank
asshole.
you for gifting all of those memberships to
What
everybody.
Trump is trying to say is that he owns his haters' sad and pathetic lives.
Yep.
YouTube.
True.
I own your sorry lives.
I heard that he lives rent-free in his haters' heads. Have you guys heard about that?
Yes, but the apartment that he rented out
has
extra
fake
floors.
floors.
Yeah, that would, if Cobra reported that he had like a 2-bedroom instead of a 1-bedroom, that would kind of be the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't given a jury, and I had a clubhouse judge just come up with this number on a perfect loan.
It was
and very
perfect.
conservative financial statements. But even at that, if you look, the disclaimer says don't rely on the financial statements in any way, shape, or form. Go out and do your own work. The bank in question had the most sophisticated lawyers in the world, frankly, one of the top law firms anywhere in the country, and they can defend themselves.
He
guys
likes.
like
This is an obvious and stupid observation, but he really likes superlatives. But to the point that they don't mean anything anymore. Everything is the best like this bank had the best lawyers in the world.
He does that all the time.
Use it more sparingly and it'll give you more pop, Don. But if everything ever is the best or the worst, nothing matters. I would love to write your speeches, Don, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Another thing he always does is nobody.
I would love to be the
happen.
Woody Allen to your Louis Farrakhan, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he always does the like nobody thought it would happen. No one's ever seen this before. He always does that too.
Yeah. Everything is it's the first, the best, the worst, the only. Yeah.
And Letitia James and Fonnie and deranged Jack Smith. What they should be doing is fighting violent.
You know that
crime.
Jack Smith is the worst one because he's the one that always gets an adjective. The other two didn't get adjectives.
Yes. Yeah. It's kind of like a pet name he bestows against his political rivals.
Yeah.
Will say that President Biden, number one, stop weaponization. Fight your fight yourself. Don't use prosecutors and judges to go after your opponent to try and damage your opponent.
You want to put me on trial? You put me on trial yourself. No lawyers, no judges.
Me and you in the ring.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, throw down.
And win an election. Our country is much bigger than that. The other thing I say to President Biden, close the borders now.
Close
this is
your
not
legs
sustainable
now.
for our country.
It's disgusting,
It's not
Joe.
sustainable for our cities. Our country is under siege. This is a
I like the way he said siege.
Thing that you've done.
The borders were not closed when he was president. People still cross the border every day.
The reason border crossing stopped when he was president was that there was a coronavirus.
What?
And in America, half of us just decided that, quote, no, there wasn't. So people didn't want to come to our cuckoo cat.
You know what, though? Scott could come here, but we couldn't go up there.
Of course
not. But for some reason, Prime Minister Trudeau was a Nazi for that, for not letting Canadians go to America because he's the one who decided that. So sometimes it's as stupid up here as it is down there.
Yeah, but at least
And
that
many
guy's
people-
hot. Like, and then of course the other problem, well, especially in the hot Halloween costumes he used to wear.
Oh my God.
When he played quote sexy Indian guy. But
Look, okay, I know you're doing a thing where you're subtly criticizing some of his choices, but I would counter that he also did his hands. It was just a committed costume. He wasn't being racist.
Melania wanted a piece of that. I remember seeing this right after.
Find you a bitch that looks at you like Melania looks at Justin.
Yeah. And Trump's just like, what? This was right after Trump became president. I think it was his first visit to Canada after becoming president. And
I just want to say just one more thing about it's like, yeah, so what Trump tried to do to close the border was use executive action, which is something that traditionally Republicans don't like. They don't like when the president uses executive orders. Yes, because it's
we like small governments.
Right. It's a massive abuse of power to just write down what you want on a piece of paper and then go,
Do it.
Make it happen. I got an executive order here. So now Republicans are saying, like, well, why doesn't Biden just use an executive order to close the border? Why doesn't Biden just sidestep the entire democratic process and act like a king, which I thought they don't like him doing?
No, we don't like that.
Doesn't make sense.
Also
make it make sense.
Also, is the border an issue in real life?
No, it's
not, right?
It becomes an issue until the election, and then the election ends, and it's like if we wanted to do anything to address abuses in the asylum system, which I personally don't think exist, there was just a bipartisan bill that went in front of the House and the Senate that Republicans could have supported. It was the biggest, and again, I would argue the worst changes to the asylum system in decades were proposed. And Republicans were like, we don't want this. We want to be able to run on the issue of the border being
I was
going to
say, if we prevent this from happening, then what can we complain about?
Yes, exactly. They'd rather have the issue than solve the problem that really doesn't exist.
But yeah, but like it's legitimately not a problem, right? Like it doesn't matter. It's not adversely affecting anything.
No,
really.
I mean,
right?
Because immigration helps America, because immigrants come in and do the jobs that we can't be fucked to do for less money that we can be fucked to pay.
Yeah,
and
like has anyone ever lost their job to an immigrant? Has that ever happened once? It doesn't happen, right?
I've lost jobs to AI recently. Sure. I haven't lost a job.
The ultimate immigrant.
Yeah, exactly. Ahmed, Imar. And then the other thing that immigrants do is they take all the money, they take the very little money that they make, and they use it to buy food and clothes for their kids, which we then make money on.
Yeah, it's just being racist, right? We'd like
it's just being racist.
Like nothing bad, literally nothing bad is happening to anyone. It's just being racist.
It's just a thing to bitch about because it's like I think about this all the time. Like I'm 41 years old. I've been watching Republicans on TV complaining about immigrants my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
I've watched these people talking about like border cross, like that South Park episode where they're like, they took our gerbs.
Yeah.
That is 26 years ago.
Yeah.
That episode aired. That is how long we have just been singing the same fucking song about immigration. The country has not gone to hell. We haven't been overrun. We are not dirtier and poorer for it.
It's the same. Nothing has happened.
By the way,
if you told me that like 600 million immigrants come across the border illegally every year, I'm like, okay, like doesn't seem to be messing anything up. So let's do another 600 million next year. Who gives a shit?
I don't know if they were joking or not, but I saw someone in the chat say that Canadian money has Margaret Thatcher on it, which I don't believe is true.
It's not, but it would be cool if it was.
Why would they have a British prime minister?
I don't know why we'd have the British prime minister from the 1980s.
Yeah,
the terror of the Falklands.
They have the Queen on their money, but not Margaret Thatcher.
I wonder if they're just
Scott Thompson has the Queen on their money.
That would be beautiful.
I wonder if they're just gonna like forego printing any King Charles money and just wait for him to knock off and then make a bunch of William shit.
Have you seen his hands?
Have you seen his goddamn fingers?
Call the mint and tell them to hold on for a little bit.
Yeah.
This guy is getting Willy Wonka'd. It's like he's being punished for eating chocolate. He's getting full on Augustus Gloop, this kid. He's getting gloop.
I'm full of chocolate. We're going to move on to something else. Any final thoughts on all of this here before we move on?
No.
I think he's going to be president.
He probably will. No.
Yeah.
If I had to like bet money on it, if I was like forced to bet money on it, I probably if I wanted to win, I would probably vote. I'd probably bet my money on Trump.
I probably would too.
I think it's 65-35 or 70-30. Like he's
ridiculous.
Probably gonna win.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Sorry, guys, but what can I tell you? You know what? The economy will probably be good.
But it doesn't. The economy's been good. It's like they just have to just keep saying it's bad. Like we don't have our own. It's like facts absolutely don't matter. Facts absolutely don't. We're gonna need Trump to fall in a puddle. That's the only way people aren't gonna vote for him. If he takes out a spoon and puts it in some dog shit, it goes nummy dog shit. And actually, that might start a thing called the dog shit challenge.
I was gonna say, you think that's gonna turn people off of him who are not already off of him?
No.
Let's check this out. I thought this would be good because Scott is a wrestler and Asterios is a big wrestling fan. And I saw someone make...
by the transitive property, does that make Asterios a fan of Scoot?
Well, yes,
sure.
But we already knew that. We don't need a theorem for that. I can tell you.
So this guy made this video about...
Can Scoot teach me his secrets to look smaxing?
Good question. What's your diet? Tell us about your diet workout.
So this person...
I mostly subscribe to the potential energy theory where I don't do anything for long stretches of time and then it's wrestling match time and I use it all then.
Good. Store your energy in reserve. Mm-hmm. I love it.
Yeah.
And
I eat poorly.
He eats poorly, but not like he's poor.
True.
So this person's video that I'm about to play, this is a video essay, and this individual made a video essay several months ago when JF Gary Epi was accused of murdering his wife.
His mom.
And he made a video essay that...
His wife and mother? His wife is mother?
No, just his wife. So
I've become confused. I'm sorry.
Well,
where am I?
If you let me explain...
I'm just going to... Let me talk for 2 more minutes and then you can...
So... He made that video essay about JF and made the case that JF could not have killed Mama JF because he's actually secretly a gay man.
This is my issue. Because she was called Mama JF, I thought it was his mother and not his wife. Here lies the breakdown in communication. We've figured it out. We've solved the case. Carry on.
All right. So... this video is going to make the case that Jared Genesis has unlocked potential in being a professional wrestler. And they're going to lay it all out. And you guys can let me know what you think if you're convinced.
I mean, he's a hell of a promo.
And I mean, the Cream Team and all.
Big Cream Team member.
Yeah.
Hello, my fellow
He definitely
Americans.
got raped
this
by
is
Terry
H.J.
Garvin.
Armstrong speaking. Citizen, scholar, saint. Today, I am taking a break from my serious
Asterios, is this the
endeavor.
AI that took your job?
Yes! I wish you would have given me a trigger warning.
H.J. Armstrong.
To provide commentary on the
Hand
well-known
job?
YouTube creator, Jared Genesis aka Alpha Genesis aka Jared Juggernaut. Over the last decade or so, Jared has been one of the most discussed and most mocked content creators on the internet. He is famous for unstructured shirtless rants, rank hypocrisy, and the kinds of sexual proclivities that even thieves and murderers find offensive. Jared's perceived lack of character and ability have led many observers to give up on him and assume that he will never be able to make anything of himself. At the time of recording, Jared is 37 or 38 years old, so the clock is ticking.
We'll never know. He doesn't have a birth certificate.
That being said, perhaps because I am a businessman at heart, I prefer to look on the sunny side of life. When I look at Jared, I see someone who failed to launch. It is not necessarily
like that
he
Matthew
lacks
McConaughey movie.
Yeah, he failed to launch.
Talent. It is that he does not know how to put his talent to use. In this video, I will analyze Jared's strengths and weaknesses and lay out a roadmap to success. In my view, Jared has what it takes to turn things around and have a successful career as an entertainer. Before we proceed any further, I feel the need to clarify
Was it
two
proven
quick...
that Pat Patterson did essay on Piper?
It was never proven, no.
On Piper? I don't know. On other people? Absolutely.
Actually, I believe that the allegation was that Lord Alfred Hayes did, but I think it was a joke. But I remember Piper telling a story about Lord Alfred Hayes, like, putting his pee-pee in his hand or something like that.
I mean, that happened every day in every locker room from the invention of professional wrestling until, like, 2019.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, remember what Randy Orton would do, where he, like, when a new writer would walk in the room, he'd be aggressively touching his cock, and then he would take his cock-stained hand and try to shake the writer's hand. And when the writer wouldn't want to shake his hand, he'd say, "What do you think? You're better than me?" and get in their face.
That is
and
scary.
then later, if they offended him, he'd shit in their bag.
And he'd shit in their bag.
Now we know
Good
that
guy,
was
that Randy
Vince.
Orton.
That was Vince the whole time. He was just blaming other people for it.
Don't call her that. Be nice.
First, my advocacy for Mr. Aycock finally having a career breakout should not be confused for me in any way endorsing or sharing some of the views that he has espoused over the years. I refer, of course, to his notorious statement where he said that he saw no issue with dating an 8-year-old. What I will propose is that since Jared clearly cannot get around the fact that much of his infamy derives from this belief, he needs to work with it in his public image rather than working around it. This will, naturally, limit his options and necessitate that he be kept at a great distance from minors.
Well, we're already doing this.
Well, a lot of wrestling fans are children, so that's a big issue.
There's never any kids at a wrestling show.
No, never.
The second disclaimer that I need to make is that while I think that what I am about to offer is sound advice, it will be up to Jared to make this happen. Sadly,
The power
one of
was
Jared's
in you
biggest
the whole time, Jared.
failings is that his work ethic is rather anemic and he doesn't have much follow-through.
Oh, what
According-
an elegant statement. His work ethic is rather anemic. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm on board with Handjob Armstrong or whatever his name is.
The advice that I am going to give here is tailored to what Jared Genesis can reasonably accomplish within what I perceive to be Jared's limitations. This will be a call for Jared to achieve the most that he can achieve starting now in 2024 without much reference to what he could have achieved if he had had his ducks in a row 10 or 20 years ago. Now, let us move forward and help Jared become the real man that he so famously claimed to be when he was screaming at his elderly father.
He did. He was like, "I'm a real man."
Let's consider what talents Jared already has and figure out what he can and cannot do with them. Jared earned widespread ridicule when he declared himself to be a black belt in martial arts. After all,
it's a self-awarded black belt.
He has never been a member of a
just buy it for $8 on Amazon.
Yeah.
dojo, and his one visit to Jason David.
And he grew up watching Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers too, so he thinks that taught him everything he knows.
He studied from the best.
Yep. Frank's karate studio did not go well. However, if you study his moves, you will see that his Baikwan is actually quite competent. Despite the unorthodox nature of how he acquired his skills by watching YouTube tutorials, Jared's skills are still real. The moves that he does are fundamentally sound.
I don't know, HJ.
For a long time, Jared's dream was to become an MMA fighter. This was not something that he pursued with terrible seriousness.
This is
and he
unrealistic.
bailed on that dream when he decided that his path was going to be bodybuilding.
I mean, he could probably get on the card in some like low-level MMA promotion because there's tons of them all over, but yeah, he would get dismantled easily. He went into He went into an MMA gym acting like a tough guy wanting to spar with someone, and they beat the crap out of him. It was the Green Power Rangers MMA gym.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But who had the last laugh?
Exactly.
Well,
who's still with us?
Yeah.
Who's not dead? Jared.
You play that flute, the Green or White Ranger don't show up. I'm just saying, you can toot that flute all night, man.
All goddamn night.
This late date, Jared will
Speaking
not
of
be...
MMA, I saw a fight from Spain a couple of weeks ago. I think the promotion's called Dogfight. It was a 3-on-1 handicap elimination MMA fight, and it's one of the best things I've ever seen in my life.
That's crazy. There used to be this fight league out of Poland that would upload videos to YouTube, and it was 5-on-5. And like,
yes, those are wild.
Yeah, those are wild.
Would never get sanctioned in a million years in
ring
a
was
real country.
Huge too.
Able to plausibly compete as a mixed martial artist. CM Punk at a similar age tried to compete and it went rather poorly. Punk, of course, was a more dedicated student of the craft than
and in
Jared.
better shape and smarter.
Age is also a problem.
And got millions of dollars.
Yes.
Is very much a young man's game.
But
Reaction
they're both
time.
malignant narcissists.
True. We're not so
with
different, you and I.
age, and most fighters find that their careers are effectively over by the time they reach their mid to late 30s. Jared's decision to try something different was probably wise given this reality. As for his bodybuilding efforts, the results are quite evident. He does not have the build to become a Grecian statue.
He has no muscle. He has no visible muscle that someone that claims to work out as much as he does should have. Yeah, like when someone works out all the time for a long period of time, several years, according to Jared, it would show. You'd be able to see it.
Something.
Yeah.
There's something. Some visible.
Yeah.
Being said, he could and should build up his arms to be impressive. Jared could plausibly get his arms big, but most likely will never be able to drop the belly. Once again, my advice is that rather than idly dreaming of what could be or might have been, Jared should embrace what is and move on. I think that he could add muscle and power to his arms and shoulders, so he just focus on that and acquiring basic cardio. When it comes to the cause of his defeat at the Green Ranger's dojo, the real problem is that while Jared has solid Baekwan technique, his conditioning is rather poor. Again, he should just focus on upper body strength and building his endurance without being so vain about the look.
If he could even get into Asterios boxing shape.
Yes.
That's all you need.
Where it was clear that he tried for that month.
Yeah.
All of this fitness advice is within the realm of the achievable, can help to give some legitimacy to his new direction as a fitness channel, and play a major part in helping him build his fame. Speaking of Jared's channel, over the years, he has experimented with a number of different directions.
I made that thumbnail.
He has done rants, reactions, talked about pop culture, focused on bodybuilding, and, as previously mentioned, fitness. However, one of the more interesting avenues that he has taken has been when he has attempted to run a gaming channel. Many of Jared's detractors, such as the Drunken Peasants, have mocked his efforts at gaming and discussing some topics on the grounds that he doesn't know anything about the topic.
He doesn't.
Personally,
a lot of times he'll just admit it.
I could not disagree more. The entertainment value in seeing Jared game is precisely that his struggles to figure out his setup and to advance beyond the first level is what makes his gaming content unique. No one else can claim to be a huge fan of something and then suck at it. This content is also relatable, since we all have areas of weakness. Most of us have the self-awareness not to post such things online,
Jared.
but the glory of Jared is that he fearlessly shares this footage with the world. Jared should never stop posting gaming footage, and he should also avoid making any major improvements to his setup. This content
yeah, I agree, because then I can keep laughing at it, but that's pretty much in his best interest. It wouldn't be to keep doing that. No.
I kind of agree with the guy that took Asterios' job, because otherwise it wouldn't be proper Jared branding. Like the way it is now is proper Jared branding. But if he if he like stepped things up, then it would feel wrong.
I mean, also part of proper Jared branding is being an unapologetic PDF file too.
That's an important. That's one of the pillars.
Okay,
absolutely.
All right, at least you're consistent.
Has its own charm, and it can be integrated into the career trajectory that I am envisioning for him. Jared's first best destiny, combining his talents for martial arts.
If you're telling me that Jared should be new Tugboat, I am 1,000% on
At least new Shockmaster.
Others,
at least
and
new
making
Shockmaster.
bad gaming content is for him to become a professional wrestler. Jared's Baekwon moves look powerful and relatively smooth, but because it would break up the normal momentum of the match, it would create a unique vibe, giving Jared Juggernaut matches a different feel than the bouts of others. He would be less Rob Van Dam and more Steven Seagal, but that can work. A number of modern wrestlers stream themselves gaming or have matches with a video game theme. Kenny Omega is a great example, as he is well-known fan of Final Fantasy VII and appears in a Sega game about samurai warriors.
And
Jared will probably not be sponsored in any game simply because of the views that he's
also Canadian.
Give some money to the sweet boys.
Thank you.
Hey!
In particular for entertaining me with this show for so many years.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I saw someone ask earlier through a super chat whether or not, or when was the last time we did Troll or Not a Troll? We did an impromptu one a few episodes ago, but they all run together at this point.
But he can still show himself playing old video games badly or start feuds with fellow gamers by critiquing their work from his room. In fact...
So he's about to say, Jared can cut one hell of a promo.
He should do all of his promo work from his bedroom, as that is the perfect setting.
100%.
Jared's career on YouTube...
It's like his version of like the boiler room or whatever, you know?
It's proven that while he is impossible to love, it is easy to hate him.
The childhood bedroom.
Thus, I propose that Jared Juggernaut be a wrestling heel. His physique is odd-looking, but he has enough...
We tend to boo PDF files.
Yes.
Portable document format.
Yes, we tend to boo them.
Yeah.
I would love to...
Has anyone gone there? Has anyone gone there in pro wrestling?
Vince McMahon.
Velveteen Dream's back
Velveteen
in the
Dream
ring.
took a run at it. Marty Skrull took a run. Austin Theory dodged a bullet.
I mean, as part of the work.
Oh, no, because that would be insane.
I mean, wasn't Triple H like a necrophiliac dressed as Kane once?
Yeah, but the dead girl was of age. Very different. That's important. It wasn't a dead child. That would be disgusting. It was a dead woman.
And grace to pull off
and
basic
what
moves
a
and
woman!
A ooga!
He can also wrestle in the less athletic heel style, relying on cheap shots, steel chairs, and low blows.
Obviously, you start him off heel because he's Jared, but I would love to see some progression and a main event Jared babyface run,
a redemption arc.
Genius
I love it
for generating heat that most wrestling heels would kill for. All he has to do is talk into a mic and express his opinions in order to make people eager to see him get put through a table. Having Jared trash talk the gimmicks and bodies of other wrestlers and then having them clap back would be comedy gold. While Jared is not a gift...
It's interesting. A lot of people really hated, what's his name? Vince Russo's heel run in the WCW.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to say it was perfect, but it's an incredible... He looked so small and doughy. And for him to be like, I could kick Ric Flair's ass was very entertaining. It was really good heel work.
Yeah, he was like the perfect kind of like skinny fat. Like he was like, he was scrawny and pudgy.
Yes.
Skinny fat.
He probably didn't need to win the world title, but
he had enough heat.
It had its positives.
Speaker. He is willing to embarrass himself in ways that most people would not dare imagine. He can be used for a number of otherwise unthinkable angles. Jared could create enough heat to sell the audience on any number of
on a pole
other
match?
On Jared's pole.
People being fellow
pole
heels,
in an 8-year-old
so Jared
match?
could potentially help to catapult actual talents to the top of the card.
I'm just spitballing.
I can envision Jared trying to critique a foreign wrestler by invoking his Christian values and faith, only for it to become clear that he doesn't know anything about Christianity.
Mitsuharu Misawa, what
Jared
are you,
would then
Chinese?
smugly laugh off the rebuttal, and this would build up his heat even more and make it that much more satisfying when he got beat. Jared's limited.
Pause it for just 1 second. I have to say, this guy, what's his name? Handjob Jones? Like, I think so. Handjob
It's H.J. Armstrong, I believe.
Yeah, B.J. Armstrong has done more thinking about how to improve Jared's station than Jared ever has or ever will.
100%. This guy is Jared's Jiminy Cricket.
He's actually. This is what I like about this presentation. This is actually good advice. Develop your arms. Get some, put some gas in the tank, and then just say your opinions into a microphone.
Just be you.
Right. He's not saying turn it up to 11.
No. Just be Jared.
Just let Jared be Jared.
Yes.
I like how it's like a 90s PowerPoint presentation, too.
Yes. Big fan.
Yep.
Skills could actually work
I
brilliantly.
would like some more clip art, please.
Yes.
If he were to do an angle where he pretends to be trans so that he can wrestle in the women's division.
Good
He
angle.
would generate enormous heat by defeating
Kaufman.
much smaller women and create brilliant comedy when he loses, comes up with an outlandish excuse for his failure, and tries to pretend that it didn't happen. Finally, as a one-time big payday event, someone could play some of the infamous footage of Jared expressing his views, and this could generate nuclear heat. Most likely, this would be on the independent scene. Promoters could then charge top dollar to...
As opposed to what? On national television for WWE?
Yeah.
He's not heading straight to the Fed, really? Do you think he's going to have to start on the indie circuit?
At least TNA, right?
Yeah. You're right. Exactly.
Maybe Ring of Honor?
Jared the Menace to children.
They're on. He could be an Honor Club exclusive.
He could be Honor Club exclusive.
Get completely and totally dismantled by a babyface. I don't envision a long career for Jared, but if he could work for just a few years and have a couple of decent paydays, he could establish enough fame to coast on outside of the ring by continuing to just make the same kinds of videos he is famous for. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with this career path for Jared, and please let the man himself know about this. I genuinely want to see him turn his life around and escape his parents' basement.
He's not in their basement.
Professional wrestling is his best option, and I firmly believe that he has what it takes to succeed.
There it is. So what do you think?
Isn't he not in the basement because he filled the basement with bullet holes? He's that guy, right?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, who's the guy that kept shooting off guns in his dad's basement? I learned about it on your show. Oh, come to me.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm not even sure if Jared's house has a basement. That's
a good point.
There's one hilarious video.
What would be Jared's finisher? The all ages money shot?
I don't know. It would probably be. Would it be like a slam or a power bomb of some kind, or would it be?
It would be a power bomb. It would be the white power bomb.
Wow!
There you go. It's a good one.
Easy to execute.
But there's this funny video of Jared where he thought he was filming a video and looking at himself like while he was recording it, and his window was behind him, and there was someone walking through his backyard, and Jared thought it was a ghost, and he just like freezes like he saw a ghost and just doesn't say another word and just ends the video, but he still uploaded it. It's ridiculous.
Well, yeah, it's evidence. It's real evidence of ghosts.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want that destroyed. We don't want the Men in Black to get to it and delete it. I'm glad he uploaded it in time.
You mean
the FBI, who's arresting him for being a personal data?
I'm trying to do one of the most complicated polls of all time, and I don't think either are going to happen. I was trying to think of the people who played the Men in Black in the most recent Men in Black sequel.
Okay, so it was definitely William Smith.
No. We're talking Men in Black.
Oh, you mean Men in Black International?
Asterios.
Okay, so Thor.
Yeah, it was a Hemsworth, right? We had a Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
And I believe it's a biracial woman.
And the woman who played Valkyrie. It was from Thor.
Are her initials TT?
I'm going to look it up right now. Okay. Men in Black International.
Who the hell? Was she on Westworld?
The cast of Men in Black International. Tessa Thompson.
Boom! Counting it.
Double T. Check this out. This is the clip right here where he's
that is a set of tits and a head of hair.
What the hell? I didn't know Sydney Sweeney started doing white power videos.
Check this out.
He was okay in his earlier stuff, but like I
You'll
said,
see the
he was
person
doing
through his
rapping.
window.
He was good at rapping and, somewhat singing.
There's the person. You can see him. Look.
I have to go.
Yep. And that's the end.
That rocks.
Very easy to trim that out. You can even do it platform side through YouTube's own controls.
Yeah,
that's true.
I'm amazed that rosary isn't burning his skin. Like it looks. Maybe it's an upside down cross. Maybe it's actually a satanic cross. I'd have to double check. And I don't want to.
That is a very lenient rosary.
No, he's a devout Christian. He talks about it all the time.
It's the only time I've seen a rosary between a pair of giant tits and haven't wanted to blast my cum everywhere.
Right?
Hey, excuse me, TT.
And grimy slimy items from his room.
I'm trying to say
he then
something
slams them on it
disgusting
and belly flops. Can be done as many times as he has pockets.
Blast my cum over what you're saying.
That was pretty
TTS.
good.
How dare you?
Would you stop donating money to my friend for a moment?
Keep
I'm
it coming.
talking about unleashing huge ropes.
I
mean, giant loads.
So
we're talking nerds ropes.
We're gonna get into the King Cobra part of the show. We have to play the intro. Here it is. By the way, that was a great idea for a finisher. I was listening. I had to turn Asterios down to listen to it.
So good. So good.
Somewhere in the world today, men have got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. Stand up.
It's amazing.
Stand up.
It's amazing.
Stand up.
All right.
Beautiful. So, Benjamin.
Yes.
You are going to have to bring me, and perhaps Asterios, but probably more so me, up to speed on the comings and goings in the life of King Cobra. Here's what I know. Well, last time I was on, because it's been a little while, there was perhaps a GoFundMe in place to. But I've been told stuff in the interim, but I only have bits and pieces. So there was a GoFundMe in place to fly someone who I assumed at the time was a troll.
So
did I. I know. I know.
We all did.
Yeah.
We all did.
Yes,
I agree.
To fly someone who was a troll over to him to help end the dry spell. Turns out, not a troll.
It's his girlfriend now.
A crazy woman who legitimately flew over and ended the dry spell.
Yes.
Do I have the
many
basics?
times?
Many times. This is bonkers to me. I don't know if I want to believe it, but this is where we find ourselves.
You know what he said to her?
Hey, make that white stuff come out again.
The other,
like, how did we get here?
The other thing is, don't forget there's a second There's a second woman who's vying for the throne of Queen Cobra now.
No,
there's more. Yeah, definitely.
Get
There's
out of
another
here.
girl who was in his DMs and was trying to visit, and I
let
mean,
Ben take my
within the
money.
past
You're
week
not
and a
host.
half. Oh, no, look, we're sorry we're overtalking Ben. We love Ben.
No,
like,
yeah,
thank
it's
you
fine.
for donating to him and keeping him alive.
Thank
like, my fiance watches the streams live. Like I woke up Saturday morning, she was watching King Cobra, drunk and asleep on stream. I woke up Sunday morning, my fiance was watching King Cobra, drunk and asleep on stream. So I know so there's another girl now who is in Cobra's DMs.
Yeah.
Cobra denied that this second girl was in his DMs to Naked and Laughing, who's the current Queen Cobra.
Yeah. Is she still in Wyoming or has she returned?
She's gone home.
She's
coming back.
She went home, but she's coming back specifically, Cobra watchers think, to re-ride that dick and remind that dick who's boss.
I think so.
That-
And
I'm
his
not
birthday, his birthday is at the end of this month too. King Cobra's birthday. It's at the end of March. So
Will she be flying back on her own dime, or will there be a second GoFundMe?
I believe the GoFundMe GoFundMe money
get
never
this.
really.
Let me explain this. Someone paid for the first round trip flight.
So someone
hold
solo
on.
paid.
But here's the kicker to that. The person who did that did not tell her that he also had a ticket. Like the guy who bought it for her also had a ticket to that flight and like stalked her all the way there and got all these like creep shots of her like sleeping on the plane and all that. And they think he might have been there hanging out in Casper giving them booze and stuff too.
That's wild. That is a fun new wrinkle.
Yes. Asterios, carry on.
So presumably the second flight might be more of the same? Just this angel investor paying for it and also being a creep?
I mean, his live stream Sunday morning had 1,600 people watching a man argue with the cops that no, that is not a real gun. And I know you've seen this argument before.
I have.
It's not a rerun. It happened again. Like
he's not in syndication for the summer or something.
This girl, Naked and Laughing, at one point was off. She was so drunk she probably did not realize that the camera was live streaming. Mm-hmm. So she was touching him inappropriately, just off frame, and saying, "Let's have sex." And Cobra was saying, "Well, I don't have a condom." And then Naked and Laughing said, and I quote, "Don't worry, your stupid little fans will pay for the baby."
Yes.
She's like,
love it.
Yeah. Ben, am I correct, Ben?
Yes. And because people were accusing her of doing all these pills and getting high, so she showed that they were actually her vitamins, and one of the vitamins was a prenatal vitamin.
Yes.
She also said, "I'm not moving in yet."
Yes.
Yeah.
There is speculation
that adverb is doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yes, unlike Jared Genesis, heavy lifting is being done. There is speculation, and this is pure speculation. I don't know that I believe this or not. There's speculation.
This is not news.
She is already with child. She's already in a family way, and is just looking to pin the tail on the Cobra.
Ooh.
So I mean, yeah, but again,
that's fun.
That's pure rumor and innuendo.
Well, I mean, one of the when this was all going on and she was there, she was in our chat because we were covering it. She was in our chat using his YouTube account talking to us. By the way, you said he mentioned us recently. What did he say?
Yeah, and that's the thing. So Sunday morning, while most people are in church, I'm in the living room.
That's church.
King Cobra. The Church of Coobs, and he was just talking about how he had fallen asleep the previous day while watching Drunken Peasants.
Yeah, he subscribes. He subscribes.
I just like that he's actively watching DP. I just think that's cool.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, and we made him a mod in the chat here, so when he pops in from time to time, he has the wrench and everything.
Nice.
Yeah,
and my fiance was like, "Why does he watch DP? Don't you guys just mercilessly make fun of him?"
You know what? Like we'll goof on him, but I don't. out of everyone we watch on the show, he's one of my favorites. He's like, he's a nice guy. He's a good guy.
You look, put aside all the stuff he said about how white people are the most oppressed race on earth on Sunday, and he's an all right dude.
And the lizard murder.
Yes, and put aside that his magic dragon puffed away in a poof of magic smoke. No, but look, we all like King Cobra, and we all want him to live a long, healthy life, which is why I think someone probably will fly this girl out again.
Yes.
It's just the drama's just too good. We want to see what happens. It's like putting a quarter in the horsey ride. Like we want to keep going.
Now, important question from Scott Henson, Us Weekly. What's the girl like?
You haven't seen her?
What you think?
I haven't seen her.
She looks exactly what you think she looks like.
Oh, I love that.
Exactly.
That Asterios. That's what I want.
Let me see.
That is exactly
show you
what I
really
want.
quick.
I don't want her to against type. I want her to be exactly what I'm picturing.
Yes.
Oh, that makes me really happy.
The age, the demeanor, the way, the slur talking because of the alcohol.
Intelligence quotient.
We had this question before on DP, but Scoot, Asterios, do you think Cobes washed them sheets after ending the dry spell?
Yeah.
Cobes didn't and needed the turbo yeast from the sheet.
He wants to make a beer out of her turbo yeast.
He doesn't strike me as a sheet washer, regardless of circumstances.
No, or someone that could harness the elements to create anything. No, I mean, because he makes that disgusting. He makes his own toilet wine.
Yeah,
he could. No, you're right. I forgot. Yeah, maybe he is.
Turbo yeast.
Oh God.
Yeah. There you have it.
Good question.
Can't rule
it out.
One of the Cobra Reacts channel. Let's see here. Give me just a second here.
Yes, please. I'm so excited to talk about King Cobra.
Yeah, I have to find this thing that they made recently. It's so good.
I have all the time in the world to talk about King Cobra. Oh my goodness, it's so nice.
Yeah,
he's like a Yule log.
First, I'll show Scott.
Failure.
First, I'll show Scott a couple minutes of the ended my dry spell tubes, just to show you, so you can see Cobra's lady friend.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That smile.
Yeah.
What's up,
Unsettling.
you crazy bastards?
Haunting.
Hold on, when does she come in? Oh yeah, there she is.
That's pretty much the truth. I'm not. They're fucking sad. I actually feel sorry for my YouTube trolls.
She's the one.
He was rocking.
She's the one that was in my dreams.
Yeah.
It was her.
Look, everybody, you were wondering. Look, everyone, Chris Chan's out of jail. Oh, not here. Oh, darn it. The other frame would have worked better for that.
Oh.
Now she just looks like a haunted puppet came to life.
Yeah, now she looks
my creator, R.L. Stein, will give you goosebumps.
Let's go through some of Boglim Chronicles stuff first here. All right. Here we go. Here's expert relationship advice. We have several videos to go through, so here's the first one.
King Cobra back at it with another video. This one happens to be peach flavored, so I know I'm already gonna like it. Hold up.
He does love his peach flavored drinks.
He likes peach. Damn, I haven't had the Arizona iced tea in a minute. I could use one.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
That is good. I got you on camera, not just for the review here. This tea's getting the Cobra seal of approval.
Oh, it's a hard iced tea. Why would I have thought that he was drinking something non-alcoholic? That's on me, guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot.
That's weird.
I forgot what was happening.
Well, usually if it's non-alcoholic, he pours booze into it and makes it alcoholic. But he wants to run his own bar/restaurant where when you order a beer, you get a soda of your choice to mix the beer with it. To make your own drink combos. Cobra's Cantina.
Anyways, dating.
The only bar he can't be kicked out of because he's the owner. Yes.
So,
but still finds a way, like most days, to get kicked out of it.
When you actually have somebody you connect with, it's awesome. But when you're single or when you're in a crappy relationship, you're like, ugh. So I'm going to say some things to help my fellow adults out feel a little less shitty about the situation. We have to examine double standards when it comes to women and men. For example, if men...
This is post dry spell ending,
yes,
I'm assuming?
Yes.
So
this
now,
is from...
now he's an expert. He had intercourse for the first time in his adult life with a mentally ill woman, and now he's got a lot of opinions on everything.
Yeah.
I mean, he was already an expert before.
It's true.
Rock the tactical soap and wait patiently. That's what that was his game plan.
To the system. Yeah. It works.
Well, I asked Naked and Laughing in her chat if she would make like an endorsement video on tactical soap since it worked on her.
True.
But she ignored my comment. Other people in the chat said it was a good idea, though.
She's sitting on a gold mine.
We're not getting laid. We're incel shamed for it. Fuck incel culture. If we try to get laid, we're called simps. And I'm like, fuck that. Okay, just because you take a woman out for a bite to eat doesn't mean she owes you shit, except maybe, she had a good time, you liked the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure you're anxious to be kissing on her and all that, maybe squeezing some boobs, but here's the thing, if it's slick, slow down. Elvis Presley said it, only fools rush in, you know what I'm saying?
But Elvis also married Priscilla, immediately when she was old enough. He had been seeing her for a little while. So he rushed in.
It turns out Elvis is pretty cool.
He rushed in.
He waited till the coast was clear to rush in, yes.
A Dane Cook type.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he met her when he was in the military. She was like the daughter of some other military guy.
If I can't help falling in love with you.
People did point out that he almost immediately banged Naked and Laughing the moment that they were alone together. So,
well, that was the plan, no?
Oh yeah.
I mean, and I would. It's like a girl flew over there just to take a run on the Cobra Express.
It's true. Yeah. It's true.
One of my many talents, I can sing like Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash. No big deal. Like, where's my record deal? Oh wait, thanks, Deathbed Tapes.
He already has a record deal. It's a tape deal, actually.
Yeah, remember we listened to his whole album and made fun of him.
He's got a few albums.
So I want to tell you something.
Does.
Yeah.
Something here, fellas. If you're not getting laid, it's not the end of the fucking world. And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? It's completely unfair because they expect women to give you sex, and it's like, on top of that, women.
I don't know what it is about this camera angle, but it somehow is making his mouth look more off-putting than usual.
It is a different camera angle. I don't know.
Did he have a cleft palate?
I don't think so. No. Yeah, I've seen like pictures of him when he was a little kid. I don't know. He didn't have one.
Huh.
Yeah.
They're overly sexual.
The bar over the bridge of the glasses is also a very Netflix true crime documentary.
In our society, and I hate it.
Well, if you notice, there's blue tape on his glasses because Naked and Laughing broke his glasses. A whole bunch of bad shit happened to them while she was there. They got into a car accident. No one was hurt, but
of course they did.
He got a strike on his channel.
Which of them can legally drive?
They were in a taxi.
Okay, that makes more sense.
It ain't right.
Oh yeah, and because someone said, I think when I was doing like Adam's stream a few weeks ago, someone in the chat said like his YouTube got struck or taken down.
Yeah, because she was giving him a
porn.
handy over his jeans on video.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was restricted from the ability to go live.
Better not go live, boy.
Because he literally can't be trusted with a live camera. I mean,
Is he still restricted? How long was the...
It was like a
he's
week.
back because he was live this month. He was live this weekend twice.
Gotcha.
And better yet, who gives a shit if you're fat? Because regrettably, food is delicious. Thank you. And I'm not going to give anyone shit for that because honestly, I see what the fuck I eat. I've seen my food hacks. Grease, cheese, bacon. Yes, please. And you may think to yourself, I'm fat. Nobody's going to want me. And I'm like, bullshit. Stop your fucking minging and
Can we pause this for a second?
Yeah.
I don't like Confident Cobra.
No,
He's very
it's not a
confident.
vibe I'm here for.
He's very, very cocky, and it's not a good look on him.
It's not a good look, but in an overall arc, it is what it should be, and it is funny.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm highly entertained.
Yeah, it's exactly what it should be.
I was thinking to myself that it might just be that I'm like kind of autistic and I just don't like it because it's different. You know what I mean? Like I'm used to this like sad, depressed Cobra, not sage under Cobra's learning.
Here's
tree.
what I think about everything.
Like it's different. It's different.
I had vaginal intercourse with a woman with a 62 IQ, and I know a couple of things I can tell you guys.
Get off.
A guy flew this girl.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say a guy flew this girl out half as a joke and half as a stalker. I think I know my way around the bedroom.
Have a wank and get over it. You're like, I do not need...
You're telling people to get over it, Cobra. You're telling people. You still complain about specific women from high school who were next to you. You're 31 years old. You're telling people to get over it.
You are 31 going on 57.
Companionship to be happy, and if I find it, awesome. If not, that's cool too. Most guys wouldn't care, but like for chicks, it gets really irritating when you're just trying to go to the bar with your gal pals and have a couple drinks and let loose for the weekend, and like 20 guys are trying to get down your pants. 20 guys that are not qualified trying to get down your pants. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with...
goes to a shooting range once and then starts talking to you about your stance.
That was a real gun guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Making your presence known to the ladies, but you got to be subtle about it. And here's the thing of it, women. If you want men to reciprocate what you're laying down, you have to be more direct and simple with your communication. I'll give you an example. If you go to a fast food restaurant and you pull through a drive-thru and you're ordering your food, hey babe, you want anything? No, I'm not hungry. What she really means is, yes, she's hungry and she wants her usual. But you, the dumbass guy, ignore it. And you're driving back to your place. And oh, great. Now she just magically changed.
I don't like Dave Barry, King Cobra.
This Cobes has seen it all and done it all, and he's passing on a couple tips to you, the consumer.
Yes. Yeah, he's an expert. He's a Casanova.
Would it surprise anyone if Cobra's food packs are used by the CCP for enhanced interrogation of political dissidents? That's not food, Josh. It's a violation of the Geneva Convention.
It's a hack.
Alright, now she's snitching your fries. And the first couple of times it's cute.
Third
but
time
by the time you get home, it's like all the fries are gone. It's like, you want my sandwich to go with it?
Oh, yeah, see? Yeah, Cobra's not going to stand for someone eating his food.
All the credit for ending the dry spell has to go to Clint Saunders, sex parent.
Oh, my God. That edit is so good.
I thought you said you weren't hungry. This is why a lot of chicks dig me, because I have that asshole bad boy attitude, but I know how to treat women.
This is truly insufferable, but it's also perfect.
Yeah.
I feel so strange right now.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wait patiently, keep rocking your tactical soap, see what happens.
Wait patiently, rock the tactical soap, see what happens. 3 steps.
I'll take it down to tactical soap, hold the line, and you're good.
Yeah.
3 steps. Tactical soap, wait patiently, and develop an 11-year career of being an alcoholic on camera that people watch more out of pity and derision.
Entirely out of pity and mockery.
Like a fucked up Tamagotchi.
0 genuine fans.
I don't know.
I'm listening.
I find it legitimately entertaining.
Yes.
You mean kind of like a car crash at NASCAR?
No.
Okay.
No, I wish only the best for King Cobra, and I want him to stick around so he can keep making his amazing content.
We all want the best for King Cobra.
Nobody disagrees with that.
Well, I mean, the people that like call the cops and be like, "There's this crazy guy with a gun." They're hoping.
No, but they're not trying to end his content. They're trying to get the best content.
Oh no! I don't want that.
You have to admit. Now look, don't do it. Don't call the cops on King Cobra.
Right.
You know
I don't
for
think
a
so.
fact it's a fake gun. Every time someone has done it, it has been entertaining. But don't do it.
The results speak for themselves, but also don't do it.
Yeah.
Maybe do it a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, look at that. I got a girlfriend. Oh. Oh my God, does it suck that it's long distance? Yeah, but I'm willing to make it work.
You don't have any other option.
I was gonna say,
but I thought that they're,
I got all this strange just swimming around town, but no, I'm gonna try to make it work long distance.
Incredible.
Like, wants to move out to Casper, Wyoming. She's gonna have to save up a shite ton of money to do it. Like a shite.
I don't like it when he opens his mouth too wide, because then I see his top row of teeth, and I get scared.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's very H.R. Geiger.
It's monstrous.
Yeah.
Ton of people. People were blowing up Jessica's chat too, like, "Are you and Jessica gonna get married?" And I'm like, could you fucking calm down with that shit? We've barely even started dating. The best part about dating Jessica, other than having her, is knowing how much it pisses off my YouTube trolls. And you know they're mad about it because they've done everything they can to try to scare her off. Last time Jessica was here hanging out, they would call the cops on us, the EMTs on us. EMTs banging down my door, and I'm like, I'm not fucking dead. Could you hold on a fucking minute? And it's like, you know what? I feel sorry for my YouTube trolls, and I'm sorry to the cops and the EMTs here in town that have to waste their fucking time on a bullshit call.
Lady, they're putting my kids through college.
Like, do you have a cell phone? Oh, you do? Cool. Well, if you look up Jessica's channel or King Cobra's channel, you can see that I'm just fucking fine.
Well, let's not say things we can't take back, Cobes. Fine is strong.
It's a very and it's a relative measurement. I guess you're fine for
He's fine for Cobes.
Yeah.
He's fine for Cobes. I'll give him that.
He's in bad need of porcelain crowns for his teeth. I want to post root canal video Cobra.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Like something's gonna have to be done at some point, right? That can't stand.
No, it's a situation. There's a timer on this.
This is finite.
Yes. His teeth are a limited resource, and he is, and this resource is dwindling.
I'm gonna take a nap, and then when you get done streaming, we can, is Cobra dead? Oh, I can't tell. I know, it is what it is, because here's the thing, if it's slick.
I like that this guy has had sex more recently than me. I like that. That's fun.
Can't get laid because their obsession with Cobra controls their fucking life. That, or every chick they like rejects them too, instead of being like, oh, hey, I can relate to Cobra on that. It's no, fuck him, it's all his fault. It's like, okay, here's the thing of it. If my YouTube trolls literally invest...
Now he's about to smear chewing tobacco all over his teeth.
Sure.
Good.
He puts it over his teeth. I've done dip a couple times. You normally put it like right here.
Their time into anything else as much as they do into harassing me and trying to ruin my life and harass people in my life.
Imagine being too stupid to do Chaw.
You've seen the people who do Chaw, right? All of them have worked it out.
They could literally have a girlfriend of their own. And they could find some success on YouTube if they tried. But they won't, because it requires no work to bully somebody. Yeah, I'm gonna sell the dip. God damn it.
I hope he swallows it. It's things like this that make me question sometimes if he is self-aware. Just like what he's like, he knows this is one of the most disgusting camera shots in the history of film. I don't think things like that happen by accident.
He knows how to get a reaction, like the kid who sprays milk out of his nose in the lunchroom.
True.
Like we saw cat food get delivered to him, and he was like, he ate the cat food on camera. Like he didn't think it was human food.
No,
I mean, maybe he did. We actually can't rule that out.
Now that I'm saying it out loud, I can't actually be sure.
Yeah. I mean, but like so yeah, he has that gear. He can do that.
Yeah.
He can do what a child can do. Yes.
He has child capabilities.
Yeah.
Which is honestly sometimes more than I give him credit for. Sometimes I think he doesn't even have child capabilities.
Yes. Yes.
And you know what Jessica said, right? She's like, that
those
tactical
teethers. Look at those
good. I'm telling you, every woman I've encountered or walked by says I smell good.
I don't believe that.
Soap is scientific.
There's tactical soap aside. There is no way that smells good.
No.
I've been told by people who have met Cobes in person that he doesn't smell bad. So I don't know.
That's crazy to me.
I know at least 2 people that have hung out with King Cobra in person. So I don't know. I have not met him. And they also said his place, it doesn't smell bad either. So I don't know.
That's also crazy.
I'm not saying he smells bad. I'm saying there's no way every woman he walks by tells him he smells good.
That's like a Trump lie.
Yes.
Formulated to attract the of-age ladies. You're going out to the club, you're going out to the bar, or maybe you want to spice up your marriage.
With some tactical soap. It's basically Spanish Fly, but in soap form.
Got tactical soap. Got that spittoon.
Just coming out there, Cobra with a grill.
Oh, yeah. What if someone just bought him like one of those cheap grills that you can just like snap on?
Yeah, yes. I like that for him. Although would it would the grill have anywhere to find purchase in his mouth?
Molars.
Or all right. You got more optimism than me.
Tune up on it here, so like right in front of it, so you can see my ugly autistic face. So I'm telling you right now, going back to what I was saying, fellas, just because you take a woman out to eat, she does not owe you shit. Case in point, you go to some random barbecue at your buddy's house, and your wife sees Trisha at the party, and she can't stand Trisha because your wife and Trisha went to the same prom in high school and wore the same dress, but everyone said Trisha looked better in it.
What a weird example.
I don't specific.
Yeah, where did this come from?
And now
how did this turn into a who wore it better?
Yeah.
This is not a joke, because if it was, it would be funnier. These just seem like plots to Home Improvement episodes.
Yeah, they do.
He's talking about where he's like, women always say they're not hungry, and then half your French fries are gone.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Home Improvement episodes based on Tim Allen's stand-up.
Yes.
You can't let it go.
To him.
It's true.
He doesn't have the money to go to he doesn't have a car or money. He can't be in line at a fast food restaurant.
That's true.
He can't be at the drive-thru.
Years later, it's like, honey, please, they're at my buddy's barbecue. Just ignore her. And Trisha, of course, at this barbecue, metaphorical names, of course, but Trisha sees your wife, Cheryl, and it's like, oh, shit. And it's like, honey, could you not make a scene, please? And meanwhile, it's like the other dude is holding Trisha back, and you're holding your wife back.
I have
like,
completely lost the thread of what this metaphor is about.
Yeah.
What?
It's like,
what is he telling me right now?
Yeah.
I guess stop. And that's just the thing of it. If I see a woman reach for the bill, I'll offer to pay for it.
There's no bill at your buddy's barbecue.
Yeah, where Trish saw someone wearing a dress that people liked better on the other woman. Right?
She says, no, I got it. I'm the kind of guy that says, well, can I pay for half of it? You know? I got a knock on my door yesterday, and
that was the end of the metaphor?
Yeah.
One of my followers just dropped off a bunch of fucking free booze to my apartment, like cans and a giant thing of vodka, and I'm like,
this is just between me and you. They're trying to kill you with that.
Fucking sweet, dude.
And not because they don't like your content, but because that would be the best content.
Thank you to whoever sent the free alcohol. I really appreciate it. All these cans of hard teas, beers, ciders.
Seltzers, which he probably won't like.
The best part was this unopened bottle of vodka right here. I thought that was hilarious. They're like, no girly drinks. You better not drink this on Civic, boy. It's like, what the fuck does that even mean? You are so desperate to troll Cobra that the only thing you can do is try to get him to get super drunk and make an ass of himself on camera. Well, it's like, joke's on you. I'm going to be enjoying this alcohol the next couple of days. It's like they're so desperate to troll Cobra.
That's about right for a couple of days.
They're doing now.
Yeah.
But that bottle of vodka will surely be consumed in the next couple of days. I don't gotta fucking consume the entire thing.
There's like weird stuff written all over it. Someone wrote pussy on the side of it. Do you see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
One sitting just to make an ass of myself for your sick entertainment. Like, you're literally giving the person you hate free alcohol. My trolls need to figure their shit out. And like, FYI, there's no such thing as girly drinks.
Oh yeah, he really doesn't like it when people tell him he has girly drinks.
Okay, drink combinations are not gender-based. It's 2024, you bigot. Grow up.
Grow up.
And it came with a note, too. They're like, no girly drinks. And I'm like, you're hilarious. I'm like, dude, it's 2024. There was no such thing as a girly drink.
Better not drink a girly drink, boy.
Boy. Which brings me to my next point, ladies. Everyone farts.
He's paradoxically really confident and very insecure about his choice of drinks. Dude needs to stop caring about what others think.
He should.
No, he doesn't.
Did you hear what he
exactly right?
Did you hear the point he just made before the donation came in? Listen to what he says here.
Dude, it's 2024. There was no such thing as a girly drink.
Right here.
Which brings me to my next point, ladies. Everyone farts.
Okay. Good segue.
Jessica's definitely comfortable enough to fart around me, so I'm not complaining.
Jessica strikes me as a farter.
Did she fart on you, Cobra?
Did she fart in you?
It was
Cobra?
so funny. There was one point where she was sitting in his lap. He was like cradling her, and he straight up just sneezed all over her, and she had to like get a tissue and wipe off.
Like a baby.
Yeah.
Like a baby who can't control its bodily functions. Just sneezes in your fucking face.
And this video is done, son.
It's a good video.
There's more. There's more.
Finish with nostril shot, of course. I gotta pee.
Okay.
I want to watch this for hours. I'll stay up all night watching King Cobra.
You know what? While he, you know what? I'm in. Yeah. I'm in for it because I got so much of this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm also going to run and pee. I'm going to put you full screen to talk to the people.
Scoot and Asterios,
of course,
some of the
please
reviews
do.
of when Cobes and Jessica went to
Oh, that's hilarious. There's Google reviews because after they went to that soda fountain, people were like, oh, I went into your soda fountain the other day and I thought everything was good, but there was this scary guy and his mom in there. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Please, please. Hello, everybody. Asterios Kovanos here. I love this guy. I really do. It's funny because he'll, we all know like the Cobra loops where he'll be like, you people want me to kill myself. And it's like, we have wanted nothing less ever. We want maximum Cobra. My fiance and I will watch his streams live. We will Chromecast it to the living room TV. Much like families sat around a television to watch the moon landing, or Nixon's farewell speech as he left the White House in disgrace. We will sit around the television and watch King Cobra nod off and fall asleep with a pimp cup in his hand, full of 90% bottom shelf of vodka and 10% energy drink. We love this man. When he takes his hat off, it's disturbing. Like, with a lot of people, I'd be like, hey, shave your head. Have some pride. Don't worry about it. You're not your hairline. With him, it's like, hide that shit. He has a baby's head. It's like his face is aging, is going forward in time. But his head is going backwards in time.
More face on less head.
It's amazing. It's as if time's arrow has been reversed.
His head,
but only for his head.
His head is shaped like a butternut squash.
It is. It's perfect.
Yes, it is.
They're calling him Mr. Peanut.
They should.
KingCobraJFS.
Yeah.
Back with another video.
Confidence.
So I DoorDashed me some spicy salmon sushi rolls from a local grocery store, and I got those in the freezer for whenever I get hungry. We got some Shackleton blended malt Scotch whiskey based on the...
Oh, he is going to get absolutely trashed.
On an antique blend of
preventable death from alcohol abuse, boy. You know what? I'm not one to talk, so I can't like laugh at that.
Shave his head and a beard.
The other night, I was like super shit-faced drunk and walking around downtown Seattle, and it was
sound like you.
And it was raining, and they had these metal plates on the street. They're like utility plates, there's like.
Yeah.
So I didn't see it coming, and I stepped on it, and I basically did the splits. Because my one foot that was forward, like slid forward, and then I landed down like on my right knee super hard, and I skinned up my knee really bad. But I was drunk, so I didn't feel the pain until the next morning.
Like, what the hell is this?
It's like my right elbow is kind of tender too. So yeah.
Damn, I also got to see a little bit of footage of when Adam was down there.
He played all that for me the next day.
A couple of weeks ago.
Did you see my puking?
I saw your puking.
Yeah.
It was all very dignified.
Yeah.
Plays. Yeah, this stuff.
Did you see my darts? Where like I was throwing darts at a dartboard, but it was just bouncing off.
Yeah, I would say 1 out of 10 of your darts hit the dartboard. It was like,
and then I laid down and tried to take a nap on the floor of a bar.
Yeah, it was after that. It was nap time. Yeah, but there was no British guy in the background yelling 180.
Nope.
This is good scotch, but holy fuck, does it burn! So I may be chasing it with some Bud Light Lime because that's just how I roll.
I'm sure the makers of that scotch wouldn't be disgusted by that.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Asterios, tell us what you think about horses.
I love their big gearats.
I want to hit him.
I want to slap him with that stick. Whack, whack, whack.
There we go. That's the stuff. Let's talk religion real quick.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Religion is based off of 3 fundamental principles: a belief system, congregation,
money, power,
and power of the
bitches.
mind. When you examine this up close, every religion is doctrined by the power of belief, which is also known as the power of the mind. The mind can convince itself of anything. The mind is so advanced that if you meditate and train hard enough, you'll learn how to fly and levitate like some Tibetan monk type shit.
Like no one has ever done in the history of humanity?
But that takes serious mental discipline. And like focusing your mind's energy kind of thing. Looking forward to having that spicy salmon sushi later. That'll be delicious.
Normally when you get sushi, you want to eat it right when you get it. Especially if
you gotta let it sit for a minute.
If you bought it at a grocery store, it was probably made hours before you got it too. Like the whole point of sushi is that it's freshly made right in front of you, and then you eat it immediately. Yeah.
It's not like a fine wine. It's almost the opposite.
Yeah, it is.
From the AFC Sushi Company. I would definitely
Ooh, what's
love
the
to take
vintage on
Jessica
this
out.
sushi? Is this an 87?
Oh God, could you imagine that?
To a local restaurant when she comes to see me again.
Ooh, yeah. Someone in the chat just had a great idea. Goose juice. Make a mead out of it. Because Cobra likes to make his custom meads.
Spicy salmon mead.
A sushi mead.
Delicious.
Can't be any worse than the eggnog.
Absolutely not.
That's beside the point. That's why I do not judge anybody for being Christian, Catholic, whatever. Just don't judge me for being what I am. You know?
The sexy goth bad boy.
I kind of got my own religion going, and I've taken aspects from different religions and made it my own, you know, and I'm here for it. Making your wine, making your wines.
Speaking of things from Asia, have you guys seen the new Shogun miniseries from FX?
I have not.
Heard of it. Is it good?
I don't watch a lot of stuff.
I don't watch a lot of. I watch the same episodes of American Dad over and over again. But yeah, no, people. Shogun's getting really good reviews. Yeah, I know. Oh, no, it's all I watch.
It's unbelievable.
Yes, I all 18 seasons are great. It's weird. It's weird that Seth MacFarlane makes this good thing.
Yeah,
and that we all think he's terrible. And it's like, yo, look, a lot of this stuff is bad. American Dad's real good.
It's so good. And like, yeah, you're right. All of it is good. But like when it moved Fox to TBS,
yes,
that's like next level. It got so unhinged and so even better.
Yes. Look, if you're looking to get into American Dad, start anything after season 10. You're gonna really enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the late, not that it's not great now and wasn't great 10 plus years ago, but like the late teens years, the late 20 teens, like those seasons, like literally every episode.
How much is he paying you? How much is McFarlane paying you?
Of being in the pocket of Big Seth?
Big McFarlane, the king of cartoons himself.
It's like, you know,
cavalcade?
Nothing against anyone or anything, but when I went to the liquor store the other night to get that coconut rum, delicious rum, by the way, that I got, I almost knocked the bottle over on the countertop, and I immediately caught it, and I was like, thanks,
Roger
Satan.
the alien is basically Andy Dick.
Yeah. Well, it's great. Actually Paul Lind. It's literally, that's the voice he's doing.
Yeah, but it's but
in terms of behavior, yeah,
it is.
There was an episode where Andy Dick where Stan replaced Roger with Andy Dick when Roger moved out.
Yeah.
So yes, he is Andy Dick.
Yes.
That was so crazy when we had Gucci's here and Andy Dick called to make sure that we rolled her over, because you know Andy Dick's the guy. Because like she passed out.
Looking out for her.
She passed out. We had her on the show, and she was wasted, and she passed out. And all of a sudden, and she passed out on her back, You know?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden her phone
And
started
Andy's
ringing.
Nah, I'm
and
not
Joe,
letting another sloppy bitch die on my watch.
Right. No, literally, that's what happened. And Joe picked up her phone and answered, and it was Andy Dick. You gotta roll her over. Literally.
He's seen that one too many times.
Yeah.
It didn't break. And the cashier looked at me and she goes, "Did you just say thanks, Satan?" I said, "Yes, I did." And we got into a religious conversation, of course, and she ended up being one of those Jesus types. And we don't know his true name. And I'm like, for all we know, God could be both sexes. Why is it always we're created in his image? Like, why is it always automatically a dude?
Oh, because God's a
Seems
man.
kind of sexist. So for all we know, God could be both.
King Cobra is always fighting misogyny, okay?
Yeah.
Constantly fighting misogyny.
Genders. Now, let's just say, for example, there's a dude out there who prays for a raise at his job. Subconsciously, he's going to work harder, faster, and more productive, and people around him are going to
Stronger,
notice
faster,
it.
harder, but better, happier, more productive.
And then when he gets that raise, he will justify it by saying, "Well, God is merciful and God is shut up."
I will. When Naked and Laughing first got there, I had Jeff on the show, and Jeff said that maybe, if this doesn't work out, Cobra might just turn gay. If it didn't work with this woman. Yeah. And Cobra was watching and we didn't know it. And in the chat, Cobra was like, "I'm not gay." And he said I would just be asexual instead. So sometimes he watches and clears up the misinformation that we spread here.
That's good.
It's good to get these real-time fact checks.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the chief god of the elves from D&D is non-binary.
That's why I don't fuck with D&D.
Yeah. That's why it sends you straight to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys would have been born in the 80s,
That's
you
why
would have
you're
already known
non-binary
this.
now.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Ben? Sorry.
You wouldn't know this if you hadn't have been born in the 80s, Like in the 80s, it was the satanic panic, and Dungeons and Dragons was basically Satan worship.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how it was treated.
There's an episode of Young Sheldon about it.
And it was not as mainstream as it is today.
No.
It was something that was... nerd culture was not a cool thing when I was a kid. If you like D&D and comic books, you were a nerd. And you were weird.
Yeah, nerd culture got some pretty good PR in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Whoever's doing that,
the 2010s was when it really took off.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
When Chris Hardwick reigned supreme.
It was not so much Mike Freeman, but mostly Chris Hardwick.
Yeah.
It's no different.
Shout out to Hard and Firm.
With magic. Magic is the real religion here, folks. Let me give you an example. I've always said if I won the lottery, I'd help my dad find his Mustang.
I thought he was going to say mustache. If I won the lottery, I would help my dad find his mustache.
Something happened with his dad's
sentence.
Mustang, and his dad was searching for it for a long time and got it back. I don't know if it was stolen or he had to sell it. I can't remember. Do you know, Asterios? Because you're kind of up on the lore a little bit.
The thing I know about his dad most recently is me and my fiance went over to Smarty's house just to hang out. We were going to watch AEW, but we couldn't get the World's End pay-per-view to Chromecast to Smarty's TV. So Smarty was like, "How about instead we watch that hour-long interview with King Cobra's dad?"
Yeah.
And we all sat around eating popcorn and his giant 72-inch TV.
That was your AEW.
That was our Saturday night, was watching Clint.
Yeah.
Justify his shitty parenting. It was really entertaining. But he did not mention the Mustang at the time.
Did Clint beat MJF for the world title?
It turned out the devil was Clint all along. Yeah. No, so the most entertaining part was Clint is like, Clint's going like, and Josh is sitting right next to him, and Clint's going like, Josh is really trying. He gets bullied all the time. I mean, he gets bullied from the moment he wakes up till the moment he goes to bed. Of course, he's a fucking alcoholic.
His life's a living hell.
Yeah,
that's why I'm an alcoholic.
That's pretty great.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, Ben relates.
Yeah, Asterios is an alcoholic too. I'm sure he relates. He gets bullied all the time.
Of course, but it's just. But the funny thing was, immediately Cobra said, "I don't drink because I get bullied. I drink because it's based."
Yeah. He was like, "Yeah, I like it."
You know what? Good counterpoint.
And then Clint was like, "And look, it's been months since he's done Duster," and which again, it's like it's a very. You got to take your wins where you can find them.
Yes.
But then Cobra immediately said, actually, I did Duster the other day.
Couldn't even take the W.
No. He was so because he's proud of doing Duster.
Yeah, it's not shameful.
He wants people to know that he does what Charlie does as a joke on It's Always Sunny.
Happy it would make him to have his Mustang back kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? And the energy manifested itself. And my dad...
Cobra's magic got Clint his Mustang back.
I do like the through line of this, which is religion is bullshit, but magic is real. Yeah. I'm a fan.
Dad found his Mustang, he bought it back. And that thing is fucking cherry, dude. But that's beside the point. I believe in myself as a god.
I want to, there's a great edit that the Boglim Reacts channel did of the Clint interview.
Yes,
and
the Clinterview.
Your favorite son loves this edit of his video. So check this out.
When you share this, they're going to take everything I say and twist it, and they're going to turn it.
This is so good.
First things first, why don't you just...
I'm the realist. Drop this and let the whole world
feel know who you are.
My name is Josh's dad.
What motivated you to want to do this interview, and what do you hope to get out of it?
Everybody wants to know why. Guess what? He's slowly killing himself. I don't know what can be done.
I don't know what's wrong with this fucking kid.
I think it's funny.
I was really
Clint's got
hoping...
some fucking pecs.
Yeah, he's got some arms on him too.
Yeah,
actually, Cobra was telling his girlfriend, like, "Wait till you see my dad's arms." So they thought Clint might.
Is Cobra
steal her away.
rebelling against Clint by being like that and not a cool Chad like his dad?
Cobra's rebelling against the dental system. Like Cobra's rebelling against reality, which Clint talks about how he's got defiance disorder, much like Trumpster Bob and his hero Trumpster Trump.
Which is why reverse psychology works with 100% success on all of them.
On all three of them.
It's oppositional defiance.
Oh, you better not do that.
Oppositional defiance. It absolutely is. But the one thing I want to say about this guy's looks is like, the fact that he's wearing the Ricky Gervais t-shirt, you know what I mean?
The tight t-shirt,
the tight V.
Yep.
He's wearing the deep V that what's his name? He's wearing the Simon Cowell. Like, yep. And the fact that he's giving an hour-long interview about his failures as a father, like, shows that like he cares about how he is perceived. Like he is posing himself. He's highlighting his attributes, and he's giving like a rousing defense of his failures as a dad. It's a really entertaining watch.
Your favorite son told me he didn't even know that Cobra would be there. Like him and Clint planned this interview and didn't know that Cobra was actually going to be sitting there.
And I tell Josh this all the time.
That is true. Josh found out that the dad would be talking about him and wanted to be in the room.
You wanted the lawyer presence.
Yes, he wanted to be in the room to like fact check in real time, kind of like he does about Drunken Peasants.
He does.
Yeah. Yes.
But this is great. The things that they make Clint say here.
Sorry, Josh. I love you. You've always been a good person to me, but I can't. You know what I mean? And I mean this sincerely.
I like that he's talking about Josh like Josh isn't there.
Not gonna change.
I respect that.
Period.
Yeah,
I came here to do an interview about my fucked up son, and whether or not my fucked up son happens to be in the room also while I'm talking about him is incidental.
With that, then let's.
That is exactly right. He came in with a plan. Yeah. And he is not moving off the plan, even
Stay the
though,
course.
Again, Josh is in the shot.
Yes.
It's a 2-shot.
Doesn't matter.
Pivot over to Josh. What was Josh like as a kid?
So, just
like this.
So drunk. And the thing with Josh is, I swear to God, Josh and I fuck. You know? I enjoy the process. I won't tell you some of this shit I put this poor kid through when he was little. It was brutal. I'm just brutal. And I just loved it. But he was so traumatized. Even now, look at the look on his face. He's like, really? You're going to bring that up? You know, it's hard not to watch, as gross as it can be. So people are often like, oh, but I enjoy it, you know, and he enjoys it.
I do. I enjoy it. It makes me feel good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, you're family members, but you're happy together.
Selfishly, yeah. This is my boy, Clint Saunders, sex parent, because it was just a huge Cobra cock. Gotta see it. You know what I mean? Balls. And made him feel really good because I can't help it.
I hope to be a sex parent one day.
Sex parent.
I'm still a dad.
What do you think is different when you compare Josh now to when he was younger, when you guys were in that butting heads phase?
Really, the only different, Josh is not a plant. He's a human being, and I had to accept it. Oh my God. When he was a little kid, he literally murdered a minor with disabilities of any kind. And at the same time, I get it. I'm guilty of it myself.
And I think you're talking a lot about, Josh growing and becoming more self-reflective. But I think it's also respectable that you have felt that same growth and learned to, both better your relationship. This is pretty inspiring. I'm going to be honest.
Oh, it's just parenting, And to be honest with you, I'm such a piece of shit parent, and nobody gives a shit about Josh, and I'm cool with it, Typically, Josh and I fuck snakes, cobras, Big Ben, bell towers,
clock towers, yeah.
Animals, and older people. Oh my God. Good Lord, the stuff that I've seen that kid put in his mouth. Hard cocked. Oh my God. 1 every 10 minutes, every 24 hours. Yeah.
I think a lot of people would agree that you're genuine piece of shit.
The slow zoom.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Sex parent.
Here's some clips from the pass out stream where you started streaming in the morning and just like passed out.
So he passed out in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he loves day drinking.
CST.
I like that.
Good morning, YouTube. It's your boy King Cobra back at it with another video. I gotta make a video trying those nachos yet, but I let them cool off too long, so it is what it is. I might snack on those for breakfast. Yeah. You want to see me get blasted on YouTube? I have.
It's 7:37 a.m. in Casper. He probably has stayed up all night. I don't think he woke up early.
Has he gone to sleep?
No.
It was funny. The one time the cops came to his house, they asked him what day it was, and he totally got it wrong. He doesn't need to know it's Cobra Day every day.
Yeah, every day is Cobra Day.
Yeah,
right. It is.
Tools necessary for it, but you're gonna have to donate like $300 to my PayPal if you want to see me get on YouTube.
Let me guess. He ends up doing it for free.
It's my birthday
I crack the
month,
code?
so I mean, why not? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fucking Fletchmans. But good morning, YouTube. I figured I'd go live for a bit and just hang out with my fans, watch videos, that kind of thing. Like I said, it's my birthday month. I'll be turning 33 on the 26th. Tactical soap will definitely increase your chances with the ladies. The coupon code's working again.
Oh yeah, his coupon code stopped working for a little while.
I don't know what happened with it. I think one of my trolls was fucking with Scott Carr's website to try to get a reaction from me, and when it didn't work, the code just magically started working again. Huh. I'm like, it's the weekend. Let's go live on the channel. But I hope you're all having a fucking banging weekend so far, man. I figured I'd go live and hang out with my fans, turn on the comments, so y'all can chit-chat with me. One of my fans was having a rough day yesterday, and you could tell they were in a mood. Like, they were like, well, how do I end my dry spell? And I says, dude, if you want to increase...
See, he's giving out advice now. He's a guru of this shit.
He's a pro. He's an expert.
Your
If you follow his 34 simple steps, you too can...
Go live.
I will. You too can have sex once every 6 years with a mentally enfeebled 52-year-old woman.
He's a master sex haver.
An MSH?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Getting laid.
We all know what that is.
Tactical soap.
Yeah, Mr. Scott Henson.
And they got pissed at me for it. And I'm like, okay, I wasn't trying to treat you a certain way. You asked for my advice, and I gave it. Like, even Jessica says I smell good, so it's like, oh, well, look at that.
That's a good point in the super chat, actually. Does he use the soap like soap, or does he wear it like a talisman?
I think he wears it like he rubs it on his clothes and stuff. Oh, by the way, we forgot to mention that he told his girlfriend that her pussy smelled like Wendy's.
Nice. As a compliment, I assume.
And she was like, what? Yeah, oh, of course, it's a compliment.
Yeah.
Coming from him, yeah, absolutely.
The highest compliment.
And she was like, what?
That's what more incentive do I need? Every chick I walk by says I smell good. So it's like, well, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. People are like, good morning, Cobra. And I'm like, it is. It is a good morning. It's the weekend. It's about 7:45 a.m. my time right now. Almost 8 o'clock. And I will be seeing Jessica for my birthday. Jessica's always calling herself ugly, and I'm like, bullshit. I'm gonna have to get me some condoms when she comes
let's
over.
hear her out.
He just said he's gonna have to get some condoms
this month. Last month I
don't think you can get her pregnant twice,
last
buddy.
time she came over.
He just said he didn't use any last time, so he was.
Oh no!
He was pumping the baby batter into her.
The trap has been laid.
The trap is set. Here comes the net. Man trap.
Thank God I'm not expecting, or she's expecting. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
This is called
Jessica-
foreshadowing.
Yes, it is.
Is
Yes.
not
Just want to
pregnant,
let people
so-
know, in case you're doing your third grade storytelling homework, this is exposition and foreshadowing.
Oh, fuck off. She doesn't have anything that's contagious, so double fuck off. Best part
Yes, babies are not contagious.
about dating Jessica, apart from
You can't catch a baby from someone who's pregnant.
having her, is knowing how much
Worst
it pisses
disease you can contract.
Babies, the worst STD.
Yes.
off my YouTube trolls. It's fucking hilarious, dude. They sit there and they text me the dumbest shit about Jessica, and it's just like, wow, self-projection is a real thing. If you're gonna talk shit about me and be a member on my channel, I'm just gonna block you. You don't get to be a member of my channel and then talk shit. Bye-bye. Yeah, I don't have herpes, bud. Gonna have to ban you from the channel. Jessica has this thing where she does break out in cold sores.
Cold sores are herpes.
You know, like herpes?
Those are synonyms.
And if
Can you
someone
imagine if Jessica has said, Josh, your member smells like Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel. No, like if someone has oral cold sores and they give you a head or something, you can get
That's
genital
the herpes
herpes.
virus.
Yeah, you can get genital herpes from someone's oral herpes.
Too extreme.
This is very important, listeners. Cold sores is just a synonym for herpes. They are the same thing.
There's not cold sores and herpes. It's just herpes, and we wanted to call it something else sometimes.
Yes,
so we didn't have to say herpes.
Right, because we wanted to make commercials for medications that would treat them. So we said, if you're having an outbreak of cold sores, try this. Right, the three of us have never been in tighter agreement on something.
But then there's Valtrex, which is specifically for genital herpes.
Yes, now there is herpes simplex A, oral, herpes simplex B, genital. But exactly like Ben said, they are cross-communicable.
Yes.
Herpes is a lifelong condition. Try not to get it. Really try.
Really try.
It's like 1/5 of the American population have it. It's like that common.
Yes.
That's a lot.
Yes, I know a lot. I know a lot about the cold sore virus because I've written advertisements for various cold sore fighting products. I'm not kidding.
And now AI is writing it. Anyway.
Yes,
now hand job Armstrong is swooping in and taking all your jobs.
Ahmed Imam. So by the time you reach the age of senior citizen, there's an 80% chance you will get the cold sore virus. You'll have herpes.
Not if I don't fuck. Falls in your court.
Yeah. Touche. You're in that roaring 20% of people that don't get it. And the reason that is because old folks' homes are just fuck castles.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like Olympic Village.
Yes.
That's why I volunteer at them.
That's exactly.
You almost did a spit take. I almost got you.
Nearly got a spit take on that. That's a nice piece of business, Ben.
That's a candy striper.
Googled it. It is a thing. And I'm like, it's the weekend.
You know how when you have a cold, like a rhinovirus, you don't get cold sores? That's how you know it's not actually cold sores. It's herpes sores.
Yes. Yeah.
Ain't got
sores. How about this? You don't want sores.
No, sores are bad. Avoid them.
You don't want open sores. You don't want closed sores.
Even closed sores, not great.
Stay away from sores.
Yeah.
Bed sores,
bed
also
sores.
bad.
I was just going to say that. Terrible.
Dude.
Bad. That's why Andy Dick wanted to roll that girl over. Afraid of bed sores.
She was getting bed sores.
Said work on my music and...
Just 1,000 people telling him cold sores or herpes. I need full denial.
Oh. Ooh. That potato juice got a bite to it.
Yeah, vodka is to potato juice as cold sores is to herpes. It's a synonym.
It's true.
Holy shit, that burns. We want to support your alcoholism. Aren't you just the sweetest? Well, $300 in PayPal might do it.
$300 or 45 minutes. Your move, tubes.
Blackout wasted unless you donate, and even then I'm not going to get blackout wasted because I don't like who I am when I'm blackout.
And you wouldn't like who I am.
He's been saying that for a while. There's no way we can prove whether or not he's blacked out, but he's seemed blacked out many times in recent streams. So
if I don't get puffed back, I might.
Worried. Canker sores are not contagious and different from cold herpes.
Canker sores are in your mouth. Cold sores are like around your mouth.
Yeah, and they're not contagious, as we learned.
They're cantankerous.
Good on you, guy. That's right. You also don't want canker sores.
True. You know why? Because they're sores.
Bed sores are also not contagious. We're not
true.
saying all sores are contagious.
No.
But you don't want any of them.
You don't. There are no good sores.
No.
I might adopt a cat from the shelter.
No. Cobra, if you're watching, please don't.
Cobes, you had a trial pet run with Puff. It went poorly. Let's cut our losses and never put you in charge of a life again.
Well, also,
wait, no.
Puff escaped, and a cat can escape way easier than a bearded dragon can.
Yeah, the cat doesn't live in a cage. The cat is by the door at all times, waiting to go.
Yep.
You know, be like, hey, you got an all-black cat with green eyes. Why is it every time I go live, people just immediately want to blow up my phone? And I'm like, dude.
Because you mention it every time.
I appreciate the support.
Everyone has your phone number.
It's like, I'm trying to do my live videos. A beautiful mess. Thank you for your $5. Congratulations on the new relationship.
Much like the middle part of his skull, are his teeth also getting smaller?
It's like that stick to come with Lickamaze.
I know what you're talking about.
Smaller.
The candy stick, right?
The candy stick to come with Lickamaze. That's his teeps.
That's his teeps.
That's his
Yeah,
teeps.
dude, that's what I'm saying. Waiting patiently pays off.
He does have a Sling Blade vibe.
I fucking miss Puff,
I like
dude.
that.
If I don't get that lizard back, I'm gonna be fucking severely depressed.
There's no way that lizard survived the winter there.
No, it's long dead.
It died. It died, dude. He. What's
Why
the
would Cobes
what's the
want
word?
Puff back? He's already got a new lot lizard.
Oh my god!
Nice. That's really
pretty good.
sharp.
That's
good.
really
sharp. He's
Strong stuff.
negligent. He's a negligent pet owner.
Yes.
But if we say this, he's going to get a pet more. So we have to say, Cobes,
get a pet.
You're living a cool rock star lifestyle. You want to be chained down by a pet? You got to be able to like go play a gig at a moment's notice. Like, you know, like Ozzy, never had kids. Hopefully he doesn't know that Ozzy did. And so, you know, it's like, you know what
Ozzy Osbourne, famously no kids.
Yeah. You know that show, The Osbournes?
That show, The Osbournes, just him and Sharon hanging out, living their cool, swinging, childless lifestyle.
The two Osbournes. You know, the Osbournes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Look, you're too cool for a pet, man. You're too cool. Don't be chained down, bro.
School.
But I think don't we have to go reverse psychology and say get a pet?
Yes, actually.
Right?
Yeah, it's the oppositional defiance.
Cobes, you should get a lot of pets. You should get every pet.
We haven't gotten. You know what? I'm going to bring this up in a separate player because I don't want to lose our place in this. But I want to show this to you guys.
I want to see.
This is actually Puff. Actually, did try to come back home. Did you know that?
Did not know that.
He tried to come back home and didn't like what he saw when he got there. It's actually on video. Here it is.
Okay. This is important.
I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit because I think it's. Yeah. So Puff. There's Puff coming out of the burrow in the ground all winter.
Where he was living safe and warm all winter.
Yep. And then he's on his way. He's like, I'm coming home, Dad. I'm coming home to you. Just got to get back to good old Casper, Wyoming. You know?
He's going through that lower part of O'Hare Airport.
Yep,
Anyone
and there's
who's been there,
Clint.
that's a nice reference.
There's Clint. He's going down Main Street in
There's
Casper. He's like, I'm almost home, Dad. Almost home, King Cobes. There's the Loaf and Jug. There's the famous Wendy's.
Oh, that smells like Jessica.
There's Frosty's Bar and Grill. And he's at Cobra's apartment.
Oh, exterior.
I'm home. And then he's like,
oh no. That's the most disgusting kissing I've ever seen, by the way. Puff, I don't blame you. Puff, I'm with you. I'm with you, pal.
So there you go.
That makes sense.
Anyone can do about
that kissing was a first time watch for me, and
they were sucking mad face.
I didn't love what I saw.
She kept like he would like go to kiss her, and she would just like stick her tongue.
It seemed more like sucking than kissing.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It's just how it is. With the weather getting warmer, I'm hoping he'll come out of hibernation. And they'll just, be like, hey, Josh, put me back in the tank, you asshole. But if Puff doesn't come back, it's going to take me at least a year minimum to get over it. Oh, fuck, I got the hiccups.
They're slow and gigantic, and we put them in little glass jails. How did this happen?
Yeah. Like, imagine having a cat. A cat's free. You had the lizard in jail, and you lost it.
How? It's like, and also like a cat is curious. A cat wants to escape. Like a cat wants to
hunt
lizard,
little smaller animals, and
yeah, like lizards are not notorious escape artists. You are the worst prison warden, Code. You're like the reverse Bob Gunton from Shawshank Redemption. I got references.
It's like you're running Arkham Asylum with the turnover rate you're having at this prison. Terrible.
Can't keep them in.
Can't keep them in.
Oh, it's got a bite to it. Oh.
Actually, I looked it up. A bearded dragon, they are sedentary creatures, but I guess they can run up to 9 miles an hour.
But they don't want to.
Not usually.
That's the thing about a bearded dragon. It's the same thing with like a bird. Like people are always like, oh, this bird wants to escape the cage. The bird wants to be free. It's like, no, the bird loves the cage because he's like, you can't get me. I'm safe. There's seeds here.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why birds live like 90 years in domestic settings. They're super cool with it.
They've got it made.
Yes.
Now that we got the hat off and we're showing off these luscious locks, your famous YA lisp make me feel better about mine. Well, if I don't really have a lisp, but if I make you feel better about your issues, then I'm glad. Thank you for your $2. Domo.
You do have a lisp, by the
Pack
way.
me a dip real quick.
Rub it on your teeth.
Yes.
He's going to make a dip spit mead.
Ooh.
Stuff.
High degree of difficulty.
By the way, I have a video he posted like 4 hours ago of his new mead.
That's the stuff.
Sick.
Couple shots of alcohol and a dip of Copenhagen. That'll fucking light your world, son. I tell you what, King Cobra turned into a spitting cobra. Like chewing tobacco was convenient if you don't want to go out for a cigarette and you just want some nicotine. You want to get that nicotine buzz. You want to get that fix in your system,
Yeah, there's no byproduct you have to deal with the same as a cigarette.
It's all upside.
Yep.
Took a kiss my lips with a fucking fat dip of coke in my mouth. And that just makes my trolls even madder because in their eyes, I'm just some gross asshole who doesn't deserve any happiness. But I'm over here like, well, I'm getting it, so.
You do have herpes now.
Yeah. We watched it happen.
We watched you get herpes in real time.
We watched the communicable part of a communicable disease. We watched the transmission, much like man watched the first transmission from the moon.
Hope y'all are having a beautiful Sunday, Saturday, whatever.
Ha! That's what I was saying.
Yup. But what does it being the weekend mean to Cobes?
Nothing. Like I said, every day is the weekend for Cobes.
Because remember, this weekend he fell asleep on stream at like 9:30 a.m. on Saturday and Sunday.
Y'all having a beautiful weekend. And I'm not answering the door when I'm streaming. You can just leave it at the door, thanks.
I'm not gay, I'm straight.
I hear it, dude, and I'm ignoring it because it's probably some bullshit that my troll said to get to get a fucking jolly out of my YouTube. They're not entertained enough by my fucking YouTube videos. They gotta send stupid shit to get a reaction.
Ugh. You provide your address. It's people.
Why do people drink this?
Oh, he's spitting all over the carpet.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just like comes on the carpet.
The
right
things
in front
that
of him,
carpet
too.
has seen.
Yeah.
The carpet's pregnant. It's taking prenatal pills. That's what the vitamins are for. Oh, everything is so wet.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
The hair's wet. The mouth is wet.
Well, I didn't order it, but thank you for your service. Josh? Yes.
Remember, kids, he doesn't answer the door during streams.
Except for when he answers
He'll
it.
never do it. Except for when he answers the door every time during streams.
Because he does want to know what was delivered.
He does.
He's hoping it's
He has
booze.
Yes.
Curiosity killed the Cobes.
He has a sign out there that says, if you're with DoorDash, please knock once and leave it. So what fans do is they write, please ignore the sign.
Yeah.
And keep knocking.
Keep knocking till I answer.
Yeah, they've
It's
said
great.
like I'm hard of hearing. Yeah, that sort of thing. Yeah.
I'm hard of hearing. Some punk kids put that sign on my door as a prank, and no matter how many times I take it off, they put it back up. So please, no matter what the sign says or what I say when I answer the door, please keep knocking.
The sign is bullying. It's much like the kick me sign one might put on the young version of Sheldon. Young Sheldon. So please.
Moments make me wish Clint just said, fuck no, you're not going on your own. I'm not letting you FK up your life because of your tism.
I mean, it's really hard because it's like on one hand we want Clint to be a better blank wrangler in this case. But on the other hand, it's like he's an adult. He's like it's like imagine if a bearded dragon wanted to leave the jail. He's like it's like he's gonna go find booze and he's gonna find trouble and he's gonna get kicked out of bars. It's like Clint would have to quit his job full time to take care of this 31-year-old child. I kind of feel bad for Clint. I also kind of think Clint is a fame whore. Like, he's very clearly a fame whore. Like,
he is, but I begrudge Clint nothing. He's been through enough. He's a blank wrangler. He's a sex parent. He's got a lot on his plate. Let Clint live his life.
Think of all of the Christmases that Clint has tried to throw.
Oh.
Griswold style.
Oh for 31.
Yes.
Batting 0 through no fault of his own.
I have never been in a Thanksgiving or a Christmas where someone was so drunk we had to kick them out. Like, that's horrible.
Yep, that's a tough one.
Christmas is supposed to be like the one day of the year we all behave.
Yeah.
And like make nice with our
to celebrate
weird
the birth of Jesus
conservative
Christ our
uncle.
Lord.
Yes, and celebrate the birth of Jesus. That's what the little drummer boy was all about, drumming that song. On Neil Peart's 100 rototoms. Little drummer man. Oh, sorry. Please keep going. I've run out of things to say.
Yeah, my trolls are fucking assholes.
Those are wild pants, by the way.
Yeah, he gave Jessica a pair of her own custom King Cobra craft pants.
Sick.
Yeah.
It was one of her parting gifts.
Yes,
anyone
I
who
think
fucks
so.
Cobes doesn't go away empty-handed.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Derek Jeter gift basket.
Yeah.
Derek
exactly.
Jeter was known for giving ladies that he hooked up with a gift basket when they would go home.
Yeah. Turtle wax, box of rice-a-roni, and some custom pants.
Currently a veteran of a war and he was just doing his job. It's not his
He
fault.
does
that my
look. He
trolls are
looks
fucking-
like a Vietnam veteran.
People have said that before.
Yeah, he's a Vietnam veteran who was born in the mid-90s.
He has the cadence of one, too.
He did everything.
Yes. The 1,000-yard stare.
Yep.
The reliance on alcohol to cope.
I'm like, I don't need food, dude. I got these nachos.
I can fix him.
Huh?
Have they cooled down enough? In 18 hours?
He does that. He'll make this really elaborate dish that takes him hours and hours and hours to make, and then he won't eat it. He'll leave it out and then eat it like the next day.
That's part of the process.
I don't even care if they're cooled off. And it's fucking hilarious because I would never send my trolls anything on DoorDash.
You can't afford to.
You don't know how to use apps.
It's the truth. If my YouTube trolls are going live, I would block their channel, delete their comments, and ignore it. I don't go out of my way to harass my YouTube trolls in real life. They're like, Cobra, how are those nachos you made? I'm like, I'm trying them right now. These sardine nachos.
Sardine? Ooh, Scott. Have yourself some of that. Big heaping helping of sardine nachos.
Oh, that's a bad thing to do.
Would you puke if you were forced to eat it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Especially if they had been out for the better part of a day. Yeah, I would probably throw up.
Cobra
Like,
looks
you know, when I-
Lieutenant Dan if his legs were grown back.
Lieutenant Dan with his legs
Cobra
grown
looks
back.
like Lieutenant Dan if he traded his teeth for his legs back.
I see that it's some old dude who's a veteran who's just doing his thing. He doesn't understand the internet or the modern world kind of thing. I'm not going to get mad at him. You know? I have mad respect for my elders. You don't even know. Like, oh, look at these nachos, these sardine nachos. Like, oh my God, we got someone to interrupt Cobra's stream while we watch. No, my God. No. I made these nachos last night. If you saw the food hack, you know what's up. And I passed out before while I was letting them cool off. But they're still tasty, dude. So I'm not complaining.
People, people speculate sometimes that the reason why he's still as thin as he is with the type of food he eats is because he has a tapeworm.
Solid theory, honestly. Solid theory. Because he eats like absolute garbage, but maybe he doesn't like eat. The two options are he has a tapeworm or he doesn't eat that often. Are the two options, basically.
No, but
like if he's doing this multiple meals a day, he should be a lot fatter for sure.
But there's a third option, which is that he is constantly vomiting.
Also on the table. Could be bulimic.
Well, I mean, from alcohol. It's from the alcohol.
Accidental bulimic.
Yeah, okay.
Good. Grab a chunk of chips, cheese, and fish, and just go at it. Oh, yeah. Yummy, yummy, spicy fucking... Oh, yeah, these nachos. Oh, excuse me.
Imagine what that burp tastes like.
No, I won't imagine that.
Fair enough.
I don't want to.
Retracted.
Hiccups. Because those spicy fish nachos are pretty delicious. Yeah, man, them spicy nachos ain't half bad. I might have let them cool off a little too long.
16 hours?
But I'm not complaining. There are people in third world countries who are starving.
Who would turn this down?
Yes. Who would say, no, I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Naked and...
I'm going to eat dirt.
Twacking. Yeah, you're clearly making fun of Jessica. Like, I'm going to join Cobra's channel and make fun of his girlfriend. Oh.
She's actually live right now, too, by the way.
It's like, nope.
Nice.
Let's switch to that real quick.
It looks like nothing is going on, but let's see. Maybe
that
she's...
doesn't explain why Cobra has a fat face. Technically speaking,
it could
because
be...
he doesn't work out.
No, it could be
he does have a
oral
belly and
issues.
His body has to be completely trashed from the smoking and alcohol.
He could have swollen gums from all the oral
it could be
issues
cold
that
sores.
And it could be a perfect storm of abscesses, cold sores, and alcohol bloat.
Yep.
Let's see if she's saying anything. Oh, okay.
It's like the 90s. We can change the channel. I love this. Queen Cobra. She's
Queen
calling herself
Cobra.
Queen Cobra.
Yep.
This is great. It begins.
Is she moving? What's up with her, like...
Is this her attic?
It looks
Oh,
like
no,
dresser drawers.
No, I've seen this. She's trying to keep the zombies in the freezer. It's like literally she goes like, hey, have you guys heard about this cool lady, Yoko Ono? I'm going to pull a her. Has anyone thought to do this?
Has anyone ever done a Yoko Ono before? Or would I be the first? Would I be the first to do a Yoko Ono?
Yeah, so nothing's going on right now. She does
Riveting.
these like 12-hour streams, and there's a whole
That's
lot
my
of
girl.
nothing.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes there's interesting stuff, but there is a lot of downtime. She's like a
bird.
She's obsessed with streaming. She's constantly streaming.
You can get hidden from
Always
my
healthy.
channel. I psychologically analyze my YouTube trolls. And I'm like, they're all a bunch of sickos who hate Cobra. And that's the fucking truth, dude.
Not a good sign when you're doing this.
No.
When you're like,
when you're involuntarily telling yourself no.
No.
No. No.
Oh, fuck, that burns. I never said naked and laughing smelled like anything.
Yes, you did. It's on video. You said it smelled like Wendy's. You were wasted, but yes, you did.
Like, she obviously takes care of herself. Otherwise, her shit wouldn't stink.
It was clipped.
Y'all are stupid. $9.69 and pay in Cash App. Fucking sweet.
And good morning to you. Nice, that's my guy.
Just putting this
He does
out
have
there.
good-
Just putting this out there. I know Scott probably has to go in a little bit. You're welcome to stay as long as you want to, but you can, it's been 3 hours. Same thing with the stereo, so I'll keep it rolling, but I'm going to keep going regardless if these guys stay around, and we're going to watch some more of the stuff I have. I'm hoping that maybe we can get to 75% of the goal before the end of this stream. I'm thinking we can do it. It would be very helpful, so... I also have
get on it.
I also have this crazy video where Shani and Revelation News get into this crazy fight where they're like arguing with each other, which sounds really good. Someone sent in. So, yeah, just putting it out there. Scott, are you about to leave or?
Yeah, I probably gotta get going, but
Oh God, it's after midnight. Yeah,
it
I'm
is-
gonna bail too.
it is in fact after
Beyonce's
midnight.
probably
Time,
wondering where
time
I
honestly
am.
does fly. That did not feel like 3 hours, but
This was so much fun.
This was good. This was a good one.
Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. Yes.
Thanks for having me on.
This was one of the
Do you have
good
anything
ones.
to plug, Asterios?
Oh, yeah. You listen to the Loudest podcast. We have done several episodes about King Cobra, and they are all about me discovering King Cobra, hating King Cobra, and then falling in love with King Cobra. And so, King Cobra's in
progression.
He's so lovable.
Did you see the
And so,
weird, the weird like tweaking dancing that Naked and Laughing was doing when she was sitting in his chair? Did you ever see that? Where she's like, I don't know. Oh,
I'd like to.
People were asking me to show it. I don't. Let me see. Scott,
I'd like to see it.
Scott, go ahead and plug whatever you want to do.
Listen to my podcast, The Worst Year of Our Lives, youtube.com/@NotScottHenson, and listen to me tomorrow on the Degeneracy Live podcast on YouTube with Actual Mania former champion, Drake Dragsaw.
Yeah, he did lose. He did lose.
Sad. With so listen to me on Degeneracy Live tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific time on YouTube. Degeneracy Live with a fucking loser is what I've been told.
And by the way, can someone link me that video, because I don't remember. It was a while ago. So someone in the Discord link it to me or something, because I don't know.
And let's be clear, I'm not just plugging this Degeneracy Live YouTube appearance tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern, because Drake Dragsaw earlier in this show sent me 10 Swiss francs.
Swiss francs, huh?
I want to be clear, that's not the reason.
He showed you what a farthing looks like.
A halfpenny.
Yeah. I don't know where the video is.
Well, then, tough shit, Ben. We're leaving.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. See you guys later.
See ya.
See ya. All right. So I'm going to stick around for a little while longer. If anyone wants to help me get a little closer to the goal, I'd really appreciate it. The link is pinned right there in the top of the chat. And we'll react to this a little bit longer. One thing I'm going to do really quick before we do this is I'm going to let my little dog out of the room really quick. This will just take a moment. Come on, Boopy. Come on. All right. We'll watch some more of this shit. Good night, sweet prince. I like how he still has the can in his hand. He hasn't dropped it. Is he gonna drop it? It looks like he might have dropped it right there. Imagine having a son, and this is how he spends his Saturday mornings as a grown-ass. You know what? I can't say I've never been drunk on a Saturday morning. Hope he doesn't sleep for long. He'll be late for his work and college classes. He looked at it like, what's in my hand? I've seen Cobra spill.
Catch y'all later.
All right, so that's the end of that one. There's more. Oh shit, that's all right. The loops of chaos.
It's your boy King Cobra. I'm back at it with another video. Oh, jeez.
So this time he's drinking a little bit later.
That's ticket. Oh yeah, I should probably turn this off. Block. Don't even respond to it.
Get blocked, troll.
What am I drinking? Splash of vodka mixed with sun-kissed mango orange. Yeah. Side note, I get real fucking sick and tired every time I have a drink on camera. People are to go running to my dad and tattletaling to him. Oh, Clint, your son's drinking on camera again. And it's like, fuck off, dude. I'm almost 33 years old. I am in my apartment. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm not out in public making a nuisance of myself. And to all the girls I've crushed on in the past, if I'd have known bringing up your name on my channel would have caused you so much grief, I wouldn't have said shit. So I apologize for that.
Huh. You know, he did learn there. You know, as critical as you can be of the guy, he did actually learn that.
How are your teeth, Josh? Does your lip hurt? No, it doesn't. My teeth are fine. And fuck Cyrax. Oh, by the way, thank you to the trolls who sent me manure. I threw it away, by the way, so you wasted your money for nothing. Oh my God.
How could you throw away perfectly good manure?
The best part about this whole situation is I don't fucking waste my DoorDash money on my trolls just to fuck with them. New fan here, bro. Love the content. Cobra for president. Well, now, see, if I was president of the United States, I'd represent the lower and middle class.
There you have it, a man of the people.
You know, the hard-working stiffs. Not these corporate fat cat fucking rich retards that control everything. See, if I was president of the United States of America...
I wonder why he's so crackly.
You know what I'd do? I would legalize prostitution for 21 and up. Both
21 and up!
To get it and receive it and to act in it.
I mean, it would probably just be 18 plus.
Hey, Peanut Head. Yeah, you can get hidden from my channel. If you're going to talk shit, then you can go fuck yourself. But yeah, if I was president of the United States, I would legalize prostitution
President Cobes
for 21 and up, both to get it, receive it, and act upon it, such things. Shout out to Domestic. Thank you for your $2. And fuck abuse. But I'm not quite old enough to run for president, folks. I still got one more year before I can legally run.
No. Pretty sure you got 2? Because he said he's almost 33, right?
Thank you for your donations.
It's 35.
Appreciate it. It's all going towards a good cause, which is supporting KingCobraJFS. Yes, sir. Do a tobacco dip mead, my dude. That would be disgusting, and, you know, you can't really drink that because, you know, if you're not able to drink tobacco spit juice from your mouth without throwing up, then, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. It's going to happen one of these days. I'm going to win the lottery and fucking... Y'all ain't going to see my ass on YouTube for a couple weeks, and then when I come back to you, it's like, where the fuck has Cobra been? Chilling out in my lounge of my dream house. Jessica is not pregnant, and she doesn't have anything, dude. Y'all are stupid. Believe it or not, small world, I actually have some friends of mine here in town who are legitimately related to Doc Holliday, which I think is pretty cool.
Oh, he's got his cap
Yeah,
gun.
my attire. Yeah, get it on, you son bitch.
By the way, this is also the e-begging portion of the show tonight. If you would be so kind as to throw me a couple dollars right there pinned up at the top of the chat, please do so. I'd really appreciate it.
Attire. Oh, I assure you it's fake. What? This thing? Yeah, it's fake.
It is real looking, though. Most toy guns have like a orange tip on it.
This is the cap gun that I bought for my Halloween costume. Fox, not with you, Holiday. I beg to differ, sir. You started a game, forgot to finish. Play for blood, remember? I was just fooling about. Well, I wasn't. This time, it's legal. All right, lawyer. Let's do it. I'm gonna get my boots on. Hold on a second. Steel toe boots. In my opinion, these are a great pair of boots. Even if I win the lottery, I'm still going to shop at Walmart because Walmart's an awesome store.
Give me just a second, guys. I'm going to reset my audio software really quick. Give me just a minute. Check 1 2, check 1 2. All right.
I'm gonna have to go out and have me a cigarette here after a bit. I'll be right back. I'm gonna smoke me a Camel filterless. I'm gonna light this end first because the label burns off. Which I think that's cute. That means
he's getting another knock.
Jessica used to work at Wendy's. Oh, that sounds like a troll or a fan might have sent me some DoorDash. Well, I appreciate it. Because if it's a troll, it's just going to get thrown away. Wasting your money and your time to fuck with Cobra because he's live because you're a sad piece of shit. One of my YouTube fans sent me some big-ass hot dogs and some lube.
Some big-ass hot dogs and some lube. Uh-oh. That sounds like a cop knock. Cop knock.
I put some signs on the front of my fucking doors so they can read the signs. You know what I'm saying? And if you can read the signs, it says knock once and leave it at the door if it's paid for.
If it's paid for.
Like, do not disturb, I am streaming. And it's fucking sad that I gotta put those signs up. But you know what, Jessica helped me make those signs. So there you go. It's like, I know Cobra's live streaming, so let's fucking bug the shit out of him by sending him stupid crap through the fucking DoorDash, blah, blah, blah.
And he's wearing the gun. He's got it. He's got his hand on it. Oh my God.
Can I help you? Yeah, I didn't fucking order that.
Well, the person that ordered it said that you were home.
Yeah, I am home, obviously, but I didn't fucking order that. Could you please take that back?
God. So me. I didn't fucking order that.
My trolls are fucking assholes. Like, I know. That's fuck the Cobra. Like, what were you hoping would happen? That I would freak out about the order, or that I would get mad and all pissy and huffy and puffy on YouTube?
You kind of just did.
You fucking lose. My trolls lose. Because I do not order my trolls stupid shit through DoorDash or fucking gang stalk them just to fuck with them. And I'm like, dude, I didn't fucking order that crap. Take it back. That or it's going to get thrown away. So, like, my trolls are literally wasting their money to fuck with me. And it's kind of sad, to be honest. And I feel sorry for these DoorDash people because it's like they don't know it's a troll order. They're just doing their job, dude. So now you're fucking with these people just to fucking get at me. And it's like, dude, my trolls lose so hard.
I don't think that it wasn't paid for. I think it was just something he didn't want. They probably, because people send him like wood chips and shit like that.
I'm like, can you read the fucking signs on my door? Streaming in progress. Knock once. Leave at door if it's paid for. I'm like, are you hooked on phonics or are you fucking retarded? Like,
Whoa.
you read the signs on my door? Like, seriously, sending me bags of, like, fertilizer and, like, potting soil? Oh, yeah. You showed Cobra, let me tell you. Get the fuck out of here, dude. And it's like, okay, wow, you managed to interrupt Cobra's live stream for like 5 seconds. Oh, I bet you feel so proud of yourself. I'm like, the dude's sitting there knocking on my fucking door, and I'm like, hey, jackass, can you read the fucking sign?
Yeah, but like when you're a delivery driver, you're like you're using your time and your gas and putting miles on your car to deliver food that was ordered, or not just food, but whatever was ordered. So, I mean, you should probably just have DoorDash ban your address. I don't know what to tell you.
Knock once, leave it at my door. Oh, well, the DoorDasher said you were home. And I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't fucking order it, dude. I didn't fucking order shit. I'm like, dude, I didn't fucking order it. And if you can't read the fucking signs on the front of my door now that says, if it's DoorDash, knock once and leave it at the door. Do not disturb. I am streaming. And like I said, I'm not mad at DoorDash because the drivers are just doing what they're instructed. They're told what they're being told, you know.
Dun, dun.
And if the DoorDash driver didn't take it back, I'll just fucking throw it in the dump, and whoever fucking wants it can have it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. And I'd like to apologize to the Cigar Rialto because apparently my YouTube trolls can't stand the fact that I have a girlfriend. I take her out for a cute date to the Cigar Rialto, and then
it's not cigars anymore, I believe, right? It's a soda fountain.
my fucking YouTube trolls sit there and harass the cigar soda shop Rialto because
the cigar soda
Cobra
shop
has a girlfriend and we don't.
Plum plum.
Everything was good. I had the butterbeer and it was the best thing I have even had in my life. But there was this guy in there with a mangled cowboy hat along with I think was his mom, and he sounded so drunk he was just talking at his phone. He creeped me out, but he did smell good with a hint of Wendy's. I will definitely be back when he isn't.
The sody pops here are most definitely what's up. Great place to take your dried out lot lizard and have a drink to take your mind off the other one that ran away.
Great ice cream, great service. There was a goth cowboy, goth pirate hybrid with his mom.
He
seemed to be high on drugs and talking to himself. Made me a little uncomfortable, but it is what it is, dude. Was really good. Although some sicko in a smelly Aussie shirt and his mom were being really annoying.
It's like an Indian accent.
Now, Mike, this is the kind of crap my YouTube trolls do. My YouTube trolls don't have a soda shop to go to that kicks ass. Well, the person who DoorDashed this said you were home, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck what they said. I didn't fucking order it. So excuse me while I go outside to smoke a Camel filterless.
I'll smoke you! Broke Bog Mountain.
Of course I didn't take it away.
Yeah, they left it there and completed the order. Why do they, like, of course.
God, my trolls are fucking the worst. Now, like, okay, so this soil is going to get thrown away. And while I'm throwing away the soil and smoking a cigarette, fucking female cop shows up. And she's like, hey, is that gun real? I'm like, no, it's not. You okay, Cobra? Just want to make sure. I'm like, I'm fine, dude. Oh, my God.
Whoa!
And she was like, "Oh, hey, Cobra,
allergies coming in nicely, too."
Real? I'm like, "No, this gun's not real."
Here comes the loop.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you for your time, officer. And she left. No bullshit. No heartache. She's like, "Well, I'm watching your stream right now," and I'm like, "Yeah."
That is so crazy that the cops are like sitting. At least they know, and they know to like. Not to make any rash decisions based on information that they're getting. They know to like, oh, let's look at what he's doing and see if if this is actually happening.
How you gonna watch my stream if I'm not on stream? Like, it's all good. Congratulations! The soil got thrown in the dump. You wasted your money just to have it thrown away. Oh, I bet you feel real special right now. Oh. Hey, is that gun real? No, it's not. You doing all right? Yeah, I'm doing just fine. Like, Cobra, are you okay? Is that gun real? Yes, I'm fine. The gun is fake. Thank you. I'm like, I'm fine. Thank you. Is that gun real? No, it's not. Well, okay, have a good day. And that was pretty much the extent of it. You know what I'm saying? Very professional.
Is he going to mention it again?
Is that gun real, Mr. Saunders? I'm like, no, it's not. And Mr. Saunders is my father. You can call me Josh. Thank you very much. I don't even know who the female police officer was, but she was like, well, I'm watching your stream, and I'm like, cool, thanks for your support. Sorry you had to waste your fucking time dealing with my ass. Oh, well, Cobra, just want to make sure you're okay, you know. Well, okay, look at this. Cobra's okay.
I wonder why the audio is so crackly.
Some jackoff sends me a bunch of soil from DoorDash. And I'm sitting here throwing it away, and the cop's just like, want to make sure you're okay. I'm like, I'm just fine, thank you. Keep doing your thing, you know. Cobra is just fine. Is that gun real? I'm like, no, it's not. Sorry, I'm playing Doc Holiday this Sunday, and oh, look at that. I strap it to my hip to feel more authentic, and it's like, is that gun real? I'm like, no, it's not. Thank you for your concern. I was outside throwing away these bags of soil that my fucking idiot troll sent me. I'm like, if they're going to waste their money, I'm just going to throw it away. So, like, what's the point of starting Cobra stupid shit when it just gets
the Cobra loop
thrown away? You're literally wasting your money just to fuck with Cobra, hoping it gets some kind of overly dramatic freak out on YouTube. And when it doesn't happen, oh, look at that. You don't get what you want on YouTube. Wham! Wham! Now some poor female cop has to show up to my parking lot like, oh, hey, Cobra, just want to make sure you're okay. I'm like, ma'am, I'm just fine, thank you. That gun real? No, officer, it's not. Okay, well, I'm watching your stream right now. Okay, cool, I appreciate it. Have a good day. Yeah. Like, of course...
It is not a real gun. It's a cap gun. Get blocked, troll.
Fine. People act like I'm too retarded. If I had a fucking issue, or I feel like I wasn't fine, like you act like I don't have a fucking cell phone and I can't dial 911 when fucking I'm having an issue. Fuck off, dude. Oh, we're going to waste our money and send Cobra some potted soil that he doesn't need. Okay, he's just going to throw it away. So what's the point of us sending it? Just so we can get him to freak out on camera? Well, it doesn't work.
Blump, blump.
I told the fucking DoorDasher I did not order this crap, so fucking take it back. And did they take it back? No, they did not. So I had to throw it away in the dump. Because you were expecting me to freak out on camera, but like, all these goddamn trolls, and it's like, I didn't freak out about it.
Blump, blump.
Like, Cobra, you okay? I'm like, I'm just fine, officer, thank you. Sorry, my YouTube trolls are wasting you and the Casper Police Department's time again. It's going to get to the point where the fucking police are no longer going to come over here because they're sick and tired of getting calls about Cobra. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but Cobra, we want to make sure you're okay. Oh my God. Throwing away fucking bags of... The fucking police department showing up to my apartment being like, are you okay? Is that gun real?
The police department showing up to his apartment. He's such a poet.
You're like, no, the gun's not real and I'm just fine. And I'm like, I'm just fine. Take a couple deep breaths. After dealing with the bullshit that I deal with. Fucking cops.
Better not go live, boy.
Showing up to my apartment like, oh, hey, Cobra, I want to talk to you. And I'm like, what? That gun real? No, it's not. You okay? Yes, I'm fine. Why are you here? Because some asshole called again? Oh my God. Like, oh, Cobra's live. We better call the cops on him because he's drinking. We better tattletale to his dad. I'm sick of it, dude. But I do appreciate the female officer being understanding when she showed up. And I'm like, okay, there are several members of the Casper Police Department who watch my videos. Excuse me. Oh. Anyways, YouTube, I'll catch you later. Thank you for your support and fuck the trolls.
There we have it. That's it. Those fucking trolls, dude. Those fucking trolls. So we're at the 3 hour and 31 minute mark. Cobra does not want a side girl. Cobra's locked in with Jessica. He's made it very clear. He's not straying this time. He's reflecting on what he's done in the past, and he wants to make it work with Queen Cobra. Yeah. Hey. I guess we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll go just like that. Maybe they'll move in together. Who knows? Also, guys, please like the stream if you haven't already. Please sign up for the Patreon, the show's Patreon, patreon.com/DP. We've got a lot of stuff coming up this month. And, oh, dude, I didn't even make it clickable. There's going to be at least one extra video that I'm releasing this month. And tomorrow I'm going to be working on a lot of stuff. So if you want to help us out, please join the Patreon. It's kind of fallen on hard times, but, you know, if like 10 of you sign up at the $5 level, that goes a long way just on its own, you know? And then there's other levels above that. The $10 level, I'm going to be releasing a vlog that has been taking me forever to edit. I'm going to finish it tomorrow and then probably post it by the end of next week. So, you know, whatever you know, if you got a couple bucks to spare, whatever you can spare, you can get some extra content. The video is going to be like 3.5 hours long. It's just me and Jeff went to Portland for a convention several months back, and there was some crazy stuff that happened on like one of the trains in Portland. We saw some like a crackhead fight. Lots of interesting stuff occurred, and it was captured on video, so you don't want to miss it. And with that, I think actually let me put this out there too. We're doing our first Patreon show this month is actually on the 15th. And we're still going to have to work on what exactly we're doing for that, but yeah, I'm doing it earlier this month. So to knock out one early this month and then knock out the other one towards the end of the month. And on Thursday, when we do our show, we're going to do the booking committee and discuss some things as far as Patreon content goes. And I'm really pumped because daylight savings starts on the 10th. I'm really excited for that. I like the longer days. You know, like it makes such a huge difference that hour change where the sun stays out an hour later. It's pretty great. I don't care. At the beginning of it, it's like still a little dark when I wake up in the morning after the change, but that's fine with me. I'd rather have it stay dark a little earlier than, you know, get darker later in the day. If that made, I don't know if that made sense, but I'm probably going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for watching. It was a good one. We will be back on Thursday. Check out my other channel. It's The Altered Perspective. I'm probably going to be doing streams there tomorrow and possibly Wednesday. I stream almost every day. If not on this channel, then on the other one. So keep an eye out. Until then, I have other stuff I need to do now. So I'm going to do that, and I will see all you guys next time. Have a good one.